2, 3.
As the sun rises on a cool fall morning, crews pour concrete for Irving's next summer hotspot.
Yeah, the foundation for the next 70 years.
Construction on Lee Park Pool is well beyond the phase of just dipping your toes in. Consider this, diving into the deep end.
This is the big pour. This sets the foundation. A couple weeks after that, we'll pour the walls. But this is what we've been working up to. I mean, all of the pipes you see sticking out of the ground, that's been, 4 to 5 weeks in the making. And now it's got to be right, because once this starts, there's no turning back.
This is a huge milestone in a process that began back in early June. Here we are now in mid-October, well on our way to next May, when the new pool is scheduled to open here at Lee Park Rec Center.
We're doing great on our schedule and our timeline. Everybody's doing exactly what we set and planned for in the beginning. And everything, knock on wood, is going great right now.
To watch this thing take shape, going from a set of plans to actually being put into the ground, has just been amazing to watch.
A bird's eye view shows just how close this is to becoming an Irving destination during the dog days of summer.
We think that this is going to really fit the bill from the legacy of the old Lee Pool to the new pool, and what it's going to mean for this community and this area of our city.
Once we put the walls in, it will be truly a pool just waiting for water.
The walls are scheduled to go in early November, followed by the pool features and deck area. And before long, this will look like this. Robert Sheik for City Source.
I ride by the stadium probably once a month. So I still have the memories of the stadium and the people that I met out there.
The stadium is long gone, but those memories live on. Kenny Gant, known as the Shark, has 2 Super Bowl championships with the Dallas Cowboys. But just before he played his first game, he got tragic news about his sister.
Shot 4 times in the back while she was hanging up clothes in front of my 5-year-old nephew.
That loss drove him to become an advocate for domestic violence awareness.
I'm here standing with you, and I hope you stand with me, because it doesn't get easy once you lose a loved one.
So I had just told her if I make the team, I would definitely buy her new furniture.
And I had to deal with going back home before I played my first game. I had to go home to bury her.
Gant is the keynote speaker at this year's Illuminate Irving, as the Irving Police Department's Family Advocacy Center marks Domestic Violence Awareness Month around Millennium Fountain.
That you can just personalize.
The event started in 2016 and continues to make an impact.
We've seen that people have disclosed for the first time that they're in an abusive relationship and are seeking supportive services, engaging with some of the agencies that are here and wanting to find out how they can help them in their situation.
Among the many resources represented here is the Family Place.
We offer a lot of services. One of the ones is shelters. We have 2 women's shelter and a men's shelter.
We don't want to forget about the men as well. I've talked to 2 men that's been through it.
Domestic violence does not discriminate. It happens to men, women, African American, Hispanic, white.
Another resource, Irving's own Family Advocacy Center.
The Family Advocacy Center does amazing work. They help victims with short-term needs, and they also get them back on track in life with long-term needs.
I don't know of any other city that has a facility that's designed exactly like our center is to provide support services to anyone who's been a victim of crime, and anyone who lives in the city can come in and get counseling services and support resources. Chief Miller and Kenny Gant will release the Texas Lantern.
The event comes to a climax with the emotional lantern ceremony.
This lantern is released to honor the 205 Texans who were killed by their intimate partner last year.
Then, attendees who decorated lanterns in memory of and in support of victims place those lanterns in the water.
But more than anything, I want people to find hope.
It's a message shared by a Super Bowl champ who is using his words and money raised through his charity to help local victims.
What do you hope people take from your story tonight?
I hope they take to see signs early and speak up. And don't be afraid to speak up.
Shining a light on domestic violence at Illuminate Irving.
We are all family standing together.
Thomas Gandy for City Source.
Hello everyone, I'm Susan Stevens. Be sure to watch Irving Spotlight as we see what's playing at this year's Music on Main series. And we taste the vibrant and flavorful Italian cuisine at Di Rossani's in a new Irving Eats. So tune in for the October 18th episode on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16, and Frontier Channel 30. And on YouTube at The City of Irving, as we spotlight the city's arts, culture, and entertainment.
Hi, I'm Thomas Gandy. On the next edition of City Source, see some of the improvements now complete on Irving Boulevard. We'll also have these stories.
People are coming together to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Mustangs of Las Colinas. Hear what guests are saying about the iconic sculpture's impact. Plus, marking Domestic Violence Awareness Month at Illuminate Irving. That's starting October 25th at 6 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16 and Frontier Channel 30, and at youtube.com/The City of Irving. For all of the important local stories and information we bring you on ICTN City Source.
The Royal Opera of Madrid and Fever Dallas are bringing authentic flamenco to Irving. Experience this passionate traditional dance production created and performed by award-winning dancer El Guillo. Don't miss this rare opportunity to witness this Spanish art form in Carpenter Hall, October 26th at 5:30 p.m. Erie Irving is back, featuring haunted scenes, carnival games, pumpkin photo ops, and delicious treats. Make sure to wear your best costume. This irresistible event happens here at Trinity View Park, October 26th at 6 p.m. Join other teens in celebrating Halloween with Let the Ghoul Times Roll. Fall crafts and snacks are provided and costumes are encouraged. Don't miss this terrorific time at the Valley Ranch Library, October 31st at 6 p.m.
It's going to be a great day here at Keys Elementary.
They are so little. We have partnered up with Irving School Foundation and Truist Bank and Samaritan's Feet for a shoe donation.
Hey, how's it going? They're getting some brand new shoes for these awesome kids.
Hey, would you like to try on some new shoes today?
It's a ton of fun to be able to get teammates out from behind their desks and into the community. Okay, let's go ahead and try these on.
I think these are going to look really nice on you.
I was just down there running shoes for one of the kids, and they were very excited, trying them on, and they were just thrilled to have those pairs of shoes.
Many of our kiddos in low to moderate income areas may not have had an opportunity to have new shoes. So giving them new shoes, providing a care package, providing a hygiene pack, just so kiddos can have these essential things.
Our school is 90% economically disadvantaged, so this is huge for our students because unfortunately, as you may know, sometimes financial literacy may be something that's not discussed at home.
My name is Randall, but everyone calls me RJ.
May have never met a banker before in their life. I'll speak for myself. As a kiddo, I had never met a banker, doctor, or lawyer until I was probably in college. So it's a great opportunity for them to get exposure.
Red and black, good job. Can I get high five? We're super thankful that we were a campus that was chosen for this opportunity.
Thank you, and I'm grateful for everything.
Thank you really much.
You know, this is really great for them, so we're excited.
The Irving Black Arts Council presents the theatrical event, He Saw the Best in Me. It's a story of a young woman and her best friend as they navigate life and its hardships while looking for love in all the wrong places. See the show here at Carpenter Hall November 2nd with 2 performances starting at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. November is National Native American Heritage Month, celebrating the cultures, histories, and contributions of Native people. In 1843, General Sam Houston traveled Irving's Birds Ford Trail and negotiated a treaty with 10 Native American nations. Now, Birds Ford Trail Park features hiking trails, picnic areas, bird watching, and river views. Enjoy the outdoors in Irving and celebrate Native American Heritage Month this November. 'Tis the season of giving. Bring a canned food item and receive free admission to the movie feature Inside Out 2. This canned food drive takes place at Heritage Aquatic Center November 8th at 5 p.m.
More than 400 volunteers turned out for Keep Irving Beautiful's Trash Bash. The event is in its 33rd year, and the main goal of this project is to keep waste from getting into the Trinity River. Volunteers collected more than 2,500 pounds of trash and recyclables. A lot of groups come out as a fun team project.
I think it's very important for groups to get together. And there's a lot of companies here too. So you see them in a work situation, whereas you're out here, it's more relaxed. So it's an opportunity to bring them together and do something good and have fun at the same time.
I represent Verizon, and we always, I don't know, probably the last 5 years have had volunteers that come out for this. It's part of our green team. So we really engage all of our employees to come out and volunteer, which is fantastic partnership.
It just creates like a good feeling, knowing that you helped make a difference.
A big thank you to the volunteers. It's really that backbone. It really shows that Irving spirit.
This year's event also featured live music for the first time. Keep Irving Beautiful works with volunteers year-round. Learn more at cityofirving.org/KIB.
Homemade dough and fresh toppings are what make the pizza at Di Rossani's one of the community's favorites.
People are coming here on sometime Friday night, they just want to have pizza.
Di Rossani's has been serving authentic Italian cuisine in downtown Irving Heritage District since 2015.
Chicken parmigiana, eggplant parmigiana, fettuccine alfredo, meat lasagna, those are the classic, especially spaghetti with meatball. You have to have it.
Owner Hassan Bozizlan prepares the popular Supreme Pizza while also whipping up some of the restaurant's signature dishes, including the Chicken Sunrise.
Chicken and mushroom and sun-dried tomato, when you're seasoning them and cooking with the pink sauce and adding angel hair pasta side of it, oh my God, you must have it.
That sauce is to die for.
Especially that pink sauce, most of our customers, they just dip in with the bread, our homemade garlic roll.
Along with a variety of flavorful pasta dishes, Di Rossani serves a cannoli that tastes just as good as it looks.
Shell with the chocolate chip cream. Oh, don't use a fork or spoon. Just grab it and bite it. And you have to listen to that crunch when you bite it.
Hassan has a passion for making savory Italian food, but it means even more to him to be able to serve that food to a warm community.
Think this way, every single of your customer became one of your family after 8 years.
And just as you would for family, Di Rossani strives to cook delectable dishes with generous portions made with high-quality ingredients.
It's spooky season at Irving Animal Services. We have the backdrop up, and we're going to talk about all of the activities in a moment. But first, Egan Dobson with Irving Animal Services is with us, and we want to meet Mallory.
Yeah, so this is Mallory. She's a 2-year-old pit bull mix. She originally came in as a stray, so we don't really know her background too much. But as of right now, what we can tell you is that she is so sweet, super cuddly, very easygoing girl. She's best friends with one of the dogs we did last week for Pet of the Week, Cheyenne. And she is available for adoption and is one of our extended stays at the moment.
And you also want to bring attention to this breed. Tell me about that.
So this month is Pit Bull Awareness Month. It's to bring awareness to the amazing breed that is a Pit Bull Terrier. And now most of the time we see Pit Bulls, they're mostly mixed breeds, but they're great. They're usually very resilient types of breeds of dogs. We see them all the time. My own personal dog's a Pit Bull mix, and it's a really great breed to have and own.
And Mallory is not going to be the only costumed canine around here. Tell me what's going to be going on Halloween.
Yeah, so Halloween Day, staff and as well as some dogs and cats do have costumes ready for Halloween. And if somebody does show up in costume, we actually have candy to give out and treats for people as well as pets.
You see the buckets on some of the kennels outside, correct?
They're ready for the tricking and the treating. That is Halloween.
And tell me about the adoption special that continues for a few more days.
Yeah, so our adoption special is happening now until November 2nd. Anybody a year and older is $25 to adopt. Anybody under a year will stay the same price, so anywhere from $25 to $100.
Yeah, and the Animal Care Campus is decked out for Halloween. You can come get your picture in front of the backdrop and take home a new friend like Mallory. Thank you so much, Egan, for introducing us. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. You can check out the websites you see on the screen for the latest operating hours and to see more adoptable animals.
From the Joy and Ralph Ellis Stadium, it's the ICTN Game of the Week. The J.J. Pearce Mustangs taking on the MacArthur Cardinals. Homecoming for the Cards, who are trying to break a losing streak here in district play. 0-4 overall in district play. And they're taking on a team in J.J. Pearce fighting for a playoff spot. Right now they're in pretty good stead at 3-1 in district play. And we've got a team here, J.J. Pearce, that is just incredible when it comes to passing. Their quarterback is #1 in the Metroplex with over 2,000 yards, 27 touchdowns as you take a look at the Mustangs hit the field. 66% of his attempts have been completed. And the thing, if you really look at statistically wise, is the fact during district so far, they're averaging 56 points a ball game. MacArthur, on the other hand, they're just trying to find their footing and try to get something going offensively in district now, not overall, but just in district play. They're averaging about 10 points a ball game, so something has to give here if the Cardinals come up with their first win of the year in district play. Just a beautiful night for football, 84 degrees, humidity at 48%, not a lot of wind, partly cloudy. The Cardinals won the flip of the coin. They will defer and kick off. So right off the bat, Coach Nicholas's defense has to be ready, has to be primed, and those cornerbacks have to be ready because Presley Harper, the 5'11 senior, he's a gunslinger. This guy throws them from all over directions to the running backs, to the wide receivers. It's a type of offense that with Coach Lambert coming in, about his third year, I think, now for the Mustangs, this is a type of offense that is quarterback friendly. He's got plenty of targets to throw to. And with the call is John Nelson.
All right, Rob, week 8 of the 2024 high school football season, the last Friday in October. As Rob indicated, this is a scary team. J.J. Pearce, outstanding speed, special teams, basically all seniors. Brian Contreras set to kick off for the Cards. It's deep and fielded by number 34. That's a Brandon Perez. Perez will come out to the 25, sail high over his head. Not Perez, 33, Ethan Jamison.
All right, starting lineup for this high-powered Mustang offense. And it starts with the guys up front. You got Martinez, Ruby, Ventura Nair, Anderson, and Servin, a big guy at right tackle. And then Presley Harper, keep an eye on number 7. And these are the guys he'll throw to: Rodriguez, Casagrande, Hamby, Griggs, and Bates. Now, Casagrande is a running back, and he will see some action out of the backfield, but don't get it wrong. These guys love to throw the football.
Presley Harper last week, 18 of 26, 248 yards, and 6 touchdown tosses. He works from the shotgun, number 7. Play action, Harper, short safety valve pass caught, 30, 35, first down, a gain of 12 for number 1, Blake Betts. Bates, 26 receptions for the last 2 weeks.
Defensively, they run the 3-4. Hall, Watson, Mitchell, the guys up front. Then you got 4 linebackers: Seaworth, Varner, Martinez, and Moreno. And these guys here in the backfield, defensive backfield, will be busy.
From the 35 over right guard and a gain of about 8, Andre Casagrande. Andrew running back at 5'10", 175 pounds. We remember him from last year, Rob, Andrew Casagrande.
Both Andrew and Presley, those two guys, returning starters, they have about 5 on the team offensively.
Harper guns caught crossing midfield, number 1 inside the 40. That's Blake Bates again. Double B. Bates with his 2nd reception. 2 touchdown catches last week. Pearce with 26 first downs, 370 yards. In their win over Richardson High, running play 30, close to the 25, give him another first down and a gain of about 16.
Turnover.
Lost it right at the end, out of the hands of Casagrande, and the Cardinals with a stop early. How about that?
That is what these Cardinals need to do. That's exactly what they need to do offensively or defensively, so they can give the ball to their team offensively. Right at the very end of the play. Let's take a look at it, see if we can see what exactly happened, John. Got him here. They're turning him around. Oh, nope, still has the ball in his hand, and they just pretty much right there ripped it out of his hands.
Right at the end.
Outstanding play defensively by these Cardinals.
So a turnover, possession number 1 for the Cards. Here's a toss, running left. Nice running room of 10, 15, and knocked out of bounds hard across the 35, across the 40. 16, 17 yards on the pickup.
By Ray on the left side. Go back to recovering that turnover. Rolando King, number 5, ended up with it. Fast-paced here for the Cardinals on the get-go.
They spotted at the 42, a gain of 18 for Cordy Ray, the senior. Brock Casas-Willis is the quarterback. Drops back, looking right, Deep ball right side. It is caught inside the 40. Number 18, Femi Umanoma. Had a 62-yard touchdown catch last week in the loss to Jesuit. So Umanoma with his first grab, the senior.
There's Smith Baker. You saw the starting lineups, but Casas Willis got him on a down and out. Right on the numbers. Nice throw.
So the Cards on the attack following the turnover at the 36. Here's a toss to the left side. Cordy Ray has a block, 30, inside the 25, and arrested at the 20. Luke Casagrande came up the outside linebacker to make the stop.
MacArthur, these guys are doing a number right now. Smith, Baker, Cruz, Sanchez, Sylvan. They are doing a number on the offense.
They're going tempo. A little down pattern and caught to the 12. Banner Nicholas. Nicholas last week, 7 catches, 106 yards, and a touchdown.
Boy, it's hard to keep up with the stats at this pace, but it's working. It's working offensively. They've got the Mustangs on their heels right now.
Cardinals had 357 total yards last week. Third down conversions a little off. They were 5 of 12. But on the march here at the 12-yard line. Casas Willis take the snap directly on the center, rolls out to the right, has a man caught, number 9. That's Martin. Martin squeezes out yardage. Finally is triple teamed at the 10.
Nicely done by Martin. Pearce, the defensive guys, Stotts, Lazar, Miltenberger, the 3 up front. They also have 4 linebackers. Luke Casagrande, Johnson, Thomas, and Houston are your linebackers. And then in the secondary, Fossey, Lyons, Pursley, and Kinder are the 4 DBs.
Ball at the 9-yard line. Strong side left. Man in motion is Banner Nicholas. Here's a handoff to the 5, to the 3. Cordy Ray with his 3rd carry.
Hey, let's credit the offensive line again, okay? They go on the left side, and if you know they have the tight end is also doubling down on that left side. They're overloading one side of the line, and it's working to perfection.
Offensive line averages about 265. Cards on the year averaging 14 points, just 10 in district. 2nd and goal. Casas Willis turns, hands off, and running into a picket fence is Cordy Ray. Not much at all, maybe a half a yard. But the defense for J.J. Pearce on the year, allowing 35. Again, overall at 5-2, coming off a 64-41 win over the Eagles of Richardson. 3rd and goal just outside the 2.
Good matchup here on the near side with Nicholas at 6'1" against a much smaller cornerback.
And number 9 takes a snap. A quick count. That's Connor Martin. And Martin is stoned. Nowhere to go. Nice recovery, nice adjustment for J.J. Pearce. Luke Casagrande right in the middle of it.
Well, you have nothing to lose. I see the kicker with the tee. You know, get the points when you can, John, or come on, just try to, put Pearce on the heels because you know Pearce is going to score a lot of points.
First 4 minutes, and let's see if the special team is on for the Cards. We have number 10, number 15, that's Martin, also Wyatt Davis. No, they're going for it. Wyatt Davis in there, number 15, has a couple of touchdown runs this year.
Analytics say go for it, John. I just checked.
Okay, we're on the same page. And hold everything. Timeout taken. That stops the clock. 7:39, a fast-moving first 4.5 minutes. And the Cardinals right at the lip of the cup following the fumble. Well, Pearce's first possession.
Pearce had the ball a whopping like 1 minute before they fumbled. Whereas MacArthur eating up a little more time, almost 4 minutes, 3.5 currently, since they recovered that fumble at their own, 24-yard line, and really hit these Mustangs quick and hard here in their first offensive series, mixing it up well between the down-and-out passes and the runs. Most of the running game has been on the corners, just like the passing, so I feel like they think that if they're going to be successful offensively, they're going to have to run on the edges.
So there's the J.J. Pearce defensive front. Will Miltonberger, one of the top tacklers in the district, number 13. Had a ton of tackles last year as a sophomore, second team all-district. And there's the O-line for the Cards. Albert Smith at 260 and 6'5". 4th and goal from the 2. Let's see, they've got Michael Watson at 6 foot and 256 in the backfield, number 45. So the Cards on 4th and goal, taking the deep snap. Banner Nicholas, or he's back there. He does take the deep snap. He will run, and Nicholas to the double stripe. Is he in? He is. A 76-yard drive, and the Cards are on the board. Nicholas calls his own number, the junior, and it's 6-0 MacArthur.
Power run by the 6'1", 180 junior right up the gut. And that's a classic, excellent way for these Cardinals to set the tone early. You know, they're they're not the favorite here. They're the underdogs, and this is what you've got to do as an underdog to make a statement.
Brian Contreras will try to make it 7-0. It is spotted, it is up, and it is no good. Wide left. It was hooked to the left. And it stays 6-0.
Watch the replay of Nicholas right side going behind the blocking of Connor Martin and company. He pretty much just lowered his shoulder and made it across the line. Some of the Mustangs motioning to the crowd that he fumbled the football, but that is not the case. And MacArthur gets on the board early, John.
So it is a 6-0 lead as Banner Nicholas 2 yards out. J.J. Pearce again coming off a big win over Richardson. They opened up the year winning their first 2, beat Wiley and Plano West, and lost to Marcus and Lake Highlands in back-to-back weeks. What a shot in the arm this is on homecoming, and the Cardinals on top, 6-0.
The plays worked. It starts, I think it starts right there, don't you? The plays have to work offensively to set the page, set the table.
I agree.
Very first play from scrimmage, they got a nice run on the corner from Ray, 17 yards. Ray also had a 14-yard run.
Ethan Jamison and Jeremiah Lyons both back deep. And this is Lyons at the 3. Jeremiah Lyons crosses the 15, crosses the 25, takes a shoulder hit at the 27. Goes down close to the 30. He had a 94-yard kickoff return last week. Jeremiah Lyons, a junior.
Yeah, Jeremiah Lyons, back in, I guess, what was it, last week? Defensive Player of the Week in the Dallas Morning News in that win over Richardson. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, and like you said, had that kickoff return for a touchdown.
27 yards on this kickoff return. 1st and 10. J.J. Pearce, their second possession. They'll start from the 30. Presley Harper, number 7. He will turn. Here's a reverse toss to number 1, Blake Bates. Bates, 35. Tripped up, breaks a tackle, evades another. Bates close to the 45 and goes down hard at that point. Number 16, Landon Hall on the tackle for the Cards.
This is an offense, John, that is not total passing, but when they run, it's not a traditional run for the most part. You're going to have the wingbacks kind of carry the ball a lot.
Handoff straight ahead. And not much. Casa Grande bottled up.
Tackle by Wyatt Davis, a sophomore, one of many on Coach Nichols' team.
Dustin Rodriguez, number 88, wide right. Presley Harper, last year over 2,800 yards of passing. It's another running play up the middle, crossing midfield. Then gouging out about 6 is Andrew Casagrande. Pearce going tempo from the 47 of Cards to the 40 to the 39. Harper. Presley Harper on the keeper, first team all-district last year.
Harper averaging just over 5 yards a carry. He's selective when he runs, but that right side gave him a pretty good hole to run through. And gives these Mustangs another first down, their 5th of the first half, and we've got our first yellow flag of the night.
It comes at the 6:14 mark.
It's first down.
It'll cost the Mustangs 5. Places the ball at the Cardinal 44.
Who moves? The left guard. The left guard is Joseph Ruby.
So it's 1st and 15 at the 44. Harper drops back, looking deep, left side. It is up, and it is just beyond the reach of Jet Hamby. Hamby with 5 catches and a couple of touchdowns last week.
Had his man. He was open, had a step or two. First incomplete pass of the night for Harper.
Tristan Parks, number 42 in for the Cardinals at our defensive tackle. 2nd and 15. Scrimmage from the Card 44. Harper, play action, looking, surveys the secondary, throws, and he throws a strike at the 32-yard line. That's number 15, Austin Griggs.
Did a pretty good shot when he caught that ball.
3rd and 2. Toss right. First down yardage and more inside the 25 and shouldered out of bounds. Casagrande.
Donovan Wilson with the tackle.
Casagrande, 5'10", 175. Leading rusher of this team with just over 650 yards coming in. The thing about these Cardinals, they'll hit you.
1st and 10 from the 21. Motion in the line. I believe the Cardinals may have jumped first.
A lot of finger pointing.
Ball start. 15,
motion procedure on
5-yard penalty.
J.J. Pearce, their second penalty.
Just in this drive alone. So far, Harper has had plenty of time back there to throw the football. We have not seen any blitzes dialed up yet, but I think the more time he gets, the more the Cardinals may think to add an extra rusher into the mix.
Ponies have won the last 4 games in this series. Handoff coming left, Casagrande. Casagrande tripped up at the 19. They'll need about 8 more here on 2nd down.
We haven't seen a lot between the tackles. All the big yards tonight have been along the edge. Case in point, Casagrande just then.
2nd and close to 9. Presley guns, caught at the 10. And double team down at that point, Blake Bates. Bates' 2nd reception.
Again on the tackle, gain of 10.
Good enough for another first down. 1st and goal right on the 10.
At the 10, following a 10-yard pass play.
You notice, John, for Pearce, throwing is like running for them.
No difference.
Yeah, we pass to set up the run.
Presley, Harper, and Casagrande in the backfield. He will toss to Casagrande, getting to the edge, to the 5, to the 4, trying to get to the pylon, and is about 1.5 yards short. You're right about that. You know, it used to be the old axiom that you use the run to set up the pass. They use the pass to set up another pass.
Absolutely. And the thing about Casagrande, between rushing, John, as we see coming up, between rushing and catching the football, he has like 18 touchdowns combined between the two. All-around player.
2nd and goal. Harper, here's the toss, and not there. Number 88, that's Rodriguez, denied.
Maybe a yard. You know, it's always easy to second-guess a call, but that took a little bit to develop, and the middle was plugged up pretty good.
3rd and goal from the 1. Casagrande plunges in. And the equalizer for J.J. Pearce at the 3:40 mark of period number 1.
Made it look easy right there. Didn't use a lot of time, about 4 minutes. Casagrande with touchdown number 19 of the season. And Pearce finds an answer for MacArthur.
This to make it 7-6. It is up. It is just inside the right upright. Brody Ross on the PATs. You see number 4, Casagrande, 5'10" and 175.
Right up the middle. Got a good block on Martin there. Just followed his center right up the middle.
And also Brady Servin, number 77 at 6'6" and 250.
Yeah, look at this from left to right. You touched upon this earlier. For Pearce, starting left tackle going to the right, 220, 225, 245, 230, and 250 at right tackle. And 2 of those are seniors, and 3 of those are juniors. So they answer the call, and so now MacArthur has to keep pace. They did it the first time. It's just a matter of what kind of changes will Coach Lambert and company make defensively as MacArthur settles in here for their second possession of the game.
Jarrett Lambert in year number 3 succeeded David Collins at J.J. Pearce. The Mustangs last year went 6-4 overall, 4-4 the district. They had 39 Letterman returning this year, 7 on offense and 7 on defense, so they were pretty well set numbers-wise to begin 2024.
They do not need underclassmen, do they?
They do not. No sophomores listed on the varsity roster. 32 seniors, 31 juniors. It is short, dropped at the 16-yard line. Recovery 25-30, and making the most of what could have been a terrible situation. The Cardinals that may have been jarred loose at the end. Well, trying to keep it is Cordy Ray. He and 2 others trying to dislodge it. But it'll stay possession of MacArthur.
Yeah, Ray hung on to it. Might have lost a shoe, but didn't lose the football. And that's all that counts. How many times have you seen it, John, where a return man may drop the football, then it gives him some sort of gap to take off, and he tried to go airborne on that play.
He's really stabbed by the kicker, Brody Ross, number 44. From the 33, 1st and 10, MacArthur, their second possession. Running play, a marker down, 35, maybe out to the 37, trying to get a few more yards as Connor Martin.
That could be a substitution penalty right there. Number 23, Derek Washington, went off the field and came back on the field right when the ball was snapped. So either legal procedure because he wasn't set or substitution.
Illegal shift.
Hold a shift.
Number 23 of the offense. 5-yard penalty.
As he said, number 23, Derek Washington, the sophomore. Little personnel package issue there. Now Wyatt Davis will come back in, and Washington will sit down. Davis, a sophomore as well, as Coach Nicholas kind of rubs the face here going, man, we can't kill ourselves with penalties.
Year number 4 for Coach Nicholas. Succeeded Billy Skinner, who's now at Arlington Lamar. From the 28, 1st and 15. Casas Willis has a man open, caught wide open. That's Banner Nicholas. Nicholas out to the 37-yard line. Gave you his numbers last week, 7 catches, over 100 yards and a touchdown.
Nicholas, a really good target at 6'1". Works well on the edge. Make up 5 of those yards plus another 4. You know, last week, John, when they lost to Jesuit 27-41, they hung in there. I mean, they were pretty much equal in total yards, but they had 12 penalties for over 100 yards, MacArthur did. That'll stall a drive or 2.
Yeah, it killed about 4 or 5 drives they needed in the second half. Second and needing just over 6. Casas Willis has it cocked. He throws, caught in traffic. Number 18, Uonoma, shoved back. I'm going to give him about the 42, which is about a yard short.
Second catch of the night for Feeney. He just ran a little hook, and then when he made that pivot to try to get the first, unbeknownst to him, he should have gone right instead of left.
3rd and a yard. inside of 2 minutes in a fast-moving first period. Play brought in by number 7, Aaron Sands. Now Sands taking warm-up tosses earlier tonight. Casas Willis hands it off and very close to a first down, trying to continue to move as Martin shoved back as you have about 6 or 7 Mustangs out of the corral.
They're going to give it to him. That was a team effort, John, on the first down. Team effort for sure.
Right in the middle of it, number 13, Will Miltenberger. 1st and 10, MacArthur.
He was about a yard shy until the cavalry came.
From the 43, Mack moving from right to left. Here's a toss. This is Cordy Ray. Ray to the 48. Could pick up close to 5.
Cordy very shifty, very quick. It's a nice mix between someone that's a pounding runner, say of a Connor Martin, and then you bring out Cordy Ray, who's so much quicker and faster. It's a different tempo for the defensive unit to have to adjust to.
And also Derek Washington, the sophomore, number 23, has good speed. 2nd and a nickel. Crossing midfield, about a yard and a half short. Another gain for Cordy Ray, number 3.
And the big right tackle, Andrew Sylvan, out in front, leading the charge on that one.
Again going tempo, 3rd and needing 2. Empty backfield to the sidelines. Catch and a first down, number 18, Uwanoma. Right at the line to gain, he's got it about a length of the football.
That's the 3rd catch of the night for Uwanoma.
See if they can get this play off.
I don't think so. I think they're going to let it ride.
2 seconds, 1 second, and that will do it. So we're through 1. It is J.J. Pearce 7, Irving MacArthur 6 on our ICTN Game of the Week. First play of quarter number 2. The Cards now moving from left to right. 1st and 10. They have it at the J.J. Pearce 47. Casas Willis. Deep ball. Middle. It is hijacked by number 29. Duran. 35. 40. Dragged down from behind by Nicholas at the 48.
Just underthrown a bit, John. Trying to go to Nicholas.
Nate Kinder, cornerback, on the interception.
On the return, might go back a little bit. I see the yellow flag at the 42.
Personal foul. Number 3 of the offense. Nate hit out of bounds.
40 Ray called with the personal foul. That'll be 15 more yards.
15-yard penalty added to the end of the run.
That'll add to the end of the run.
Nate Kinder, the junior, on the interception.
Just an underthrow right there. You see Nicholas trying to run right underneath it, but there were 2 back defensively. There was a guy in front and back, the safety coming across as well, George Fossey, but it was Nate Kinder with the INT. And we can't see where the penalty is, somewhere behind the play.
On the far left side from the 38 in Cardinal territory. Harper looking, has all kinds of time to the end zone. It is juggled and almost intercepted, almost caught. Intended for Jet Hamby.
A little bit of everything right there.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of time that Harper had back there to pick out a receiver. He waited, and then threw it just a little bit behind, and it was almost picked off.
Yeah. Second and a dime from the 38. Here's the inside toss to Casagrande. 30, 25 to the 20. Casagrande with a 17-yard pickup.
54 yards already for Andrew, one of 4 returning offensive players from a year ago.
So Casagrande, one of the 2 setbacks for number 7, Presley Harper. And Harper will keep it, slides to the left and has 4 yards. Starting this drive on a short field in Cardinal territory. Went 70 yards on their last touchdown drive. Dustin Rodriguez, number 88, joined by Casagrande in the backfield on 2nd and 6. Passing play, or so Harper thinks, and his knee touches at the 23. A surge up the middle led by number 10, Ronnie Marino.
That's a secondary sack right there. Secondary did their job, had no one for Presley to throw it to. He was trying to hit Hamby here on the near sideline. Hamby got tripped up. He couldn't throw it to him by that time. He got sacked, Presley did.
Ronnie Marino right in the mix. Harper rolls out, throws against the grain, caught at the 18, busting through for about 4 more is Griggs, Austin Griggs. Well, you better be in shape tonight, up and down the field, sideline to sideline, both offense and defense.
You notice, John, those Mustang passes, for the most part, are pretty quick. It's hard to get to the quarterback.
And here's the toss to Casagrande, getting to the edge. Casagrande to the 5, to the pylon. Is he in?
I believe so.
Yep. Casagrande's 2nd touchdown run. So that makes it 13-6. Number 44, Brody Ross. Try to tack on point number 14. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is true and through.
Just basic pitch out to the wide side. He's just waiting for his blockers. 15 yards and all, cuts against the grain, has 2 Cardinals with a grab, but he still had enough momentum to get across into the end zone. 2nd touchdown of the night for Casagrande, and the Mustangs strike.
You mentioned the positioning still for these top 4 teams in District 7, 6A. If it plays out like it should, J.J. Pearce more than likely would play Arlington High. I believe Lake Highlands might get Arlington Bowie.
I think, John, 7 6A and 8 6A match up pretty well. It could be anybody's game to win as you take a look at Casagrande there on the left. John talking about here's the 4 right now. And, you know, when these teams were put into this district, I think a lot of people thought, well, Jesuit would be a shoo-in to make postseason and might even be district champs. But they're down this year. They're just not as strong as they have been.
Richardson, they could match up with Alton, maybe Martin, South Grand Prairie.
Could be an all-Richardson playoff.
Brody Ross has it teed up, number 44. Number 88, one of the 2 men back deep for the Cards. That's David Petty. Petty, a senior. 14-6, Mustangs on top. Headed to the right and caught on the run at the 15. Crossing the 30, still inbounds. Tight roping it down across the 45 is David Petty. Nice return by number 88.
We talk about teams that just do the pooch kick, and Mustangs one of the few teams that will kick it away, and maybe they might change their mind after a couple of nice run backs tonight by these Cardinals.
Turnover for both teams, and both turnovers have resulted in points. They mark him out at the 41. Third possession for the Cards, just underway in the second quarter. Connor Martin comes to a stop, number 9, running play. 45, out to the 49-yard line. Number 81, Gabriel Burnett. Burnett, a sophomore.
Cardinals trying to use every weapon they have in their arsenal, and all these wide receivers that they use as a slot back. Burnett with just 9 carries coming into tonight's game, so make that number 10.
Close to 9 yards on the gain. Second and short from the Redbird 49. Burnett will keep it and runs into the wide receiver Banner Nicholas.
But that's okay.
It's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough.
We got our depth chart this week, John, and we noticed that Burnett was listed like as a backup quarterback, and we were trying to figure out why. It was more like of a wildcat, if you will, type position when he goes in there.
From the 48. Brock Casas-Willis, he will toss to the right. This is Cordy Ray looking for a seam. He's got it, 35-30. Ray to the 10. Ray to the end zone.
48 yards. And credit the lead block to Andrew Sylvan. He just pancaked that defensive back, and Ray waited just long enough for that block to take place, and then after that, the afterburners were put into full gear.
Well, the touchdown coming just over a minute from J.J. Pearce's score.
Look at this. Score for score.
14-12 the count.
Fake.
The holder trying to squeeze in a couple of points, Jaden Nicholas, and it is short, so it stays 14-12. 59-yard drive on that scoring drive.
John, I can guarantee that they did not think the Cardinals would go toe-to-toe and match them in points here, at least at this point of the first half.
Boy, he got some nice blocking on the outside and off to the races. Cordy Ray.
Watch the big old 78 right here. You're the defensive back. Oh, oops. And there he goes. One missed tackle. A good move there, and now it's just a speed. Cordy looking at the sideline there for a little bit, kind of.
Was that?
Bobbing his head up and down a little bit, a little showboat. Come on, Cordy. Be careful, buddy.
Was that Isaiah Tatum that threw the block?
Sylvan was one of them.
Sylvan, number 78.
Yes.
Built like a municipal statue, 6'3" and 270.
And the rest of the DBs are going to talk about it when they go to the sideline for JJ.
He just lowered his IQ, knocked him out so hard. Slow to get up. So a 14-12 count.
Our unofficial stats, and I underline unofficial, but we've got Cordy Ray. That's his first touchdown rushing this year for the stats that we have.
Well, he went long distance, 48 steps.
If it is, congratulations.
So Brian Contreras, senior kicker, busy here in the first half.
John, that puts Ray at almost 100 yards
that's
in the first half.
That is something for running attack. Man. Jeremiah Lyons, Ethan Jamison back deep. It is short. It's a directional kick. It's open. It's a free ball. It is loose. And finally, J.J. Pearce
Overland.
able to get to it.
Yeah, Ishmael Overland, number 44, is the one that fell on it. Nice heads-up play. Well, the key now is just whether or not these Cardinals can find the magic to stop JJ.
Fourth possession, a scrimmage from their own 36. 5-2 overall, 3-1 in District 7-6A. And number 19, that's Ryan Dodgen,
5-yard penalty.
started maybe towards the line. It'll cost them 5, scoot them back to the 31. Handoff over left guard. He's got 5. He's got 10. Casagrande crossing midfield inside the 40. And finally tossed out of bounds by Jaden Islis.
Almost a 40-yard pickup, about a 38-yard pickup by Casagrande. Shifty and just a few missed tackles in the secondary. Frizzell missed that one. And Jaden finally knocks him out of bounds, but not until he gets about 38 yards.
He got it at the 32-yard line. Harper looking, throws, open, and just beyond the reach. He had a hand on it. Hamby.
Looks like that second or same type of play they had on their last series, where the quarterback Harper threw behind his receiver. This time he tried to lead Hamby just enough. Hamby with a couple of steps on the secondary, but the pass was just out of reach.
He got behind Donovan Wilson, number 33. 2nd and 10. Harper throws, and no one home, trying to get it towards Bates.
Well, Bates, it appeared, he was just ready to run a streak into the end zone, and I believe that Presley thought he was going to hook up a little bit and settle in.
3rd and 10 from the Cardinal 32. And a flag procedure. You got a motion call.
That's the 4th 5-yarder against J.J. Pearce. The 4th time they've been called for illegal procedure.
Make it now 3rd and 15.
So Casagrande, 2 touchdowns and 107 yards already in the first half, John. And we got 8 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Well, disregard the flag, no penalty.
MacArthur.
So it'll stay 3rd and 10 at the 32. So they wave it off.
And they're going to take a break, and they're going to have a little time out here to talk about it on a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Presley Harper last year, 2,870 yards, 22 touchdowns, has tossed 27 so far this year. Over 245 yards of passing last week. 5 different receivers catching touchdown balls from Harper.
Could this be the game we saw a couple of years ago, or we didn't see, but MacArthur lost 55-49 in overtime. Glendon Willis passed for 390 yards and 6 touchdowns. As you take a look at the referee, Ty Mitchell, Chapman, Sharp, Jonathan May, Wall, and Malone, the other officials for tonight's game. Not a lot of penalty flags thrown thus far. But what a game that was for the Cardinals, and they had a apparent go-ahead touchdown called back because of a holding penalty.
Twin receivers wide left. Harper on 3rd and 10, just got it off. And short hops it at the 20-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
Hey, Landon Hall, 16 for the Cardinals, coming in and really applying the pressure to Harper. Forced him to throw a little under, and I bet they go for it here on 4th down.
They're lining up, and we'll go for it on 4th and 10. Harper fires, caught right near the line to gain. Number 1, another reception for Blake Bates.
But did he get far enough? I don't think so.
He got 9, and the ball goes over.
It's another one of those things you teach your receivers. When you run a route, you have to go as far as the sticks. Don't come up short and think that you can get it. Looky here, he cut off the route about 1.5 yards shy. They had him tangled up there, and then an extra push, it looks like, defensively by Rolando King, number 5, helped out there.
So the Cards take over at their own 23, trailing 14-12. Homecoming night. The last homecoming of the 3 Irving ISD teams. Here's a toss right, and Cordy Ray sandwiched at the 25.
Only a couple that time. As Pearce ready for it this time. I think, John, the longer Pearce allows MacArthur to stay close, it's going to be a long night.
For the most part, J.J. Pearce runs a 3-4-4 defensive alignment. On 2nd down and 8. Casas Willis slides to the 30. Be about 3.5 yards short coming up here on 3rd down.
Pretty smart by Willis that time, just to slide, take off, and yeah, okay, I'm good.
Ducked underneath number 8, Frank Johnson. On the 28, 3rd down and 5. Inside handoff and not much. Nice takedown by number 20, Casagrande. Ankle tackle.
Casagrande, the defensive variety. Luke plays that outside linebacker position like a defensive end, and he had a 1st down. Cardinals had a 1st down. Connor Martin working that edge, and Casagrande able to trip him up.
So the Cards in punt formation. Andrew Casagrande back deep. Here's the rush. It is dropped. It is gotten off. Nice effort to get rid of it. Casagrande gets away from it and continues to roll inside the 30.
Hey, what a great job by Contreras, the punter. That was either a bad snap or he just dropped it, but whatever the case may be, he recovered very nicely.
That surge came up the middle and a little more pressure on the right side, and Contreras, great effort.
You know what? The Pearce Mustang player, the closest one, you don't run to the punter, you run to where he's going to kick the ball, and he got a little caught in between which way to go, and that enabled the punter to get that one off.
We've had 9 possessions here in the first half. 5th possession now for J.J. Pearce at their own 30. A lot of open turf to the left, sideline right for Harper. Now the Cards show a 6-man front. Now they back off, showing 5. And now all kinds of movement. 2, 3 flags come to the turf.
Is this another illegal procedure penalty against the Mustangs?
Disconcerting signals. Defense.
And this one on Mac as they try to adjust. And that'll make it 1st and 5 at the 35.
Right there with you, Coach. I'm a little confused on that one. Unless they're saying they tried to force them off sides.
Harper will keep it. Nobody home. 45 crossing midfield. Harper to the 30. Harper, open turf, and Harper will take it all the way.
65 yards.
Looking like Vince Young of days of old. Presley Harper.
That fooled MacArthur. Everyone went for the fake. Everyone went to the near side. Harper kept it, and once he got past the linebackers, it was just a matter of if he had enough speed to get past the secondary, and obviously he did.
So Presley Harper ups the ante to 20-12. Brody Ross, it is high. Kind of a rainbow extra point attempt. It's good nonetheless, and it is a 21-12 J.J. Pearce lead.
10 seconds.
Man.
It was a 10-second drive, John. They got it at 5:43, and it's now 5:33. You see the fake?
Yeah, they
Go
bid
to
on
the
it.
right, and just a whiff there with the hand. Just a matter of not if he had the wheels, and he does, and he scores.
Harper's number 7 was getting smaller and smaller towards the goal line as they're pony up there, pony up. Another 70-yard drive, 65 of it courtesy number 7.
Well, we know J.J. Pearce can score touchdowns, but what has pleasantly surprised us so far, as we've got just over 5 minutes to go here, John, before halftime, which, by the way, is the homecoming queen announcement. Hope you'll join us for that. But the Cardinals have done everything possible that they could do offensively to keep them in the game right now.
3 touchdown runs for the Mustangs so far.
Yeah, which is uncharacteristic. You usually think of them as a passing team. But the thing is here, John, at this point, MacArthur has the ball now. They'll get the ball in the second half. What can they do with it, though? We'll see.
5.5 to go. Brody Ross, line drive, and this one sails out of bounds. So now the penalty on the kickoff. And the Cardinals.
They'll just take the 5 yards on top of what they would have had if it went in the end zone. So that should put it at the 30.
By the kicking team.
Great shape here.
To the 30-yard line. First and 10.
This will be their 4th possession. They'll set up shop at the 30, trailing by 9. Cardinals last year 2-6 in district play, looking for district win number 1 in 2024. They were 3-5 a couple of years ago in district play. Brock Casas-Willis directly under center, turns, hands it off over the left side, and a quick 5-4. Is that Perez Rubio?
It is.
Hector Perez Rubio. Number 30.
Only his 6th carry we have unofficial in the stats overall this year. So Coach Nicholas is using every player, every weapon he has, whatever it takes to keep the offense moving.
A quick 5 on first down. Bunched up tight right between the hash marks. Here's the reverse. Banner Nicholas crosses a 40 and has a first down.
Well, it's no secret that Banner has some wheels on him. The guy can motor. Try to get him into the open field. You see where they faked one way and then came far down to the near side. And had a couple of Mustangs here did not bite on it. Otherwise, it's fun to watch Banner run if you can get him in the open field.
Able to get away from Caleb Lazar, number 84, the nose guard. From the 41, 1st and 10, running play and maybe a couple of yards. Cardinals have 1 timeout left here in the first half. Cordy Ray, not much running room.
Yeah, he comes up pretty much no gain on that. But you notice, though, John, see, that was more or less between the tackles. He does well when he can get on the edge.
Let's see, Connor Martin's in tight to the left with Banner Nicholas. Again, Nicholas on the reverse. And well played by number 20, Luke Casagrande.
Think he wanted to throw that?
He had it, well, yeah, his arm kind of was rocking back.
Yeah. Ulanoma was running down here on the near sideline. You see him right there on your screen. And, yeah, he's looking. But there's just no one that's really open enough, I think, for him to feel comfortable to throw the football.
Going to bring up 3rd and long. 3:11, clock moving here in quarter number 2.
You have to be careful here, John. You don't want to give the ball back to Pearce with plenty of time on the clock.
3rd and about 12. Casas-Willis over the middle in a crowd, caught and dropped into double coverage intended for Ulanoma.
Oh, he'll be the first one to tell you. Yeah, he's shaking his head. He knows. He knows. He had enough for the first.
Well, you're exactly right. They're going to give it back to the J.J. Pearce Mustangs.
Just turn the head. You know, you've seen it plenty of times before. You turn the head before you watch the ball all the way into your hands.
They're going to punt it away. Brian Contreras in punt formation. Nose up, tail down, and caught at the 30. Number 4, Andrew Casagrande. Second consecutive punt for the Cards. 6th possession upcoming for J.J. Pearce. Just a couple of weeks left in the regular season, then the playoffs. Next week it'll be Nimitz and the Irving Tigers right here. 2:47 and 3 timeouts to work with for Presley Harper in the offense. 5, 6 yards on 1st and 10 over the right side. Oh, he has been a workhorse so far, Andrew Casagrande. Dustin Rodriguez also in the backfield. Little out pattern, caught. Hamby crosses midfield, still in bounds. Hamby evades one and finds an open, finds a seam, and Hamby going to take it all the way. Jet Hamby.
64 yards for the catch and run by Hamby. It was very just a basic, non-assuming down and out, maybe get a first down, John, type throw. Next thing you know, he breaks a tackle. He's going against the grain, and 60-some odd yards later, he scores.
Threads his way to the end zone. It is now 27-12. And a timeout taken before the extra point. J.J. Pearce elects to take the timeout, but this is it's well worth another look.
A little down and out. Maybe we're going to get a first down. One missed tackle right on the sideline. He stays in bounds. And here's where he makes all that yardage with a nice cut, 2 cuts, and then just speed. Just nothing but speed. Martinez couldn't catch him. It's not fair to have a linebacker try to catch up a wide receiver. And a touchdown for Hamby. 64 yards in all for Hamby. It's his 8th touchdown of the season. He averages about 17 yards every time he catches the ball.
Harper's 28th touchdown toss of the year. They're going for 2. Harper lobs it wide open, caught. That was easy. 29-12. Encore on the 2-point conversion. Hamby had 5 catches for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. And a 2-point conversion.
You know, John, people may ask, why did they go for 2 points? Well, in that particular category, the reason it does, it means that now the Cardinals, they have to score 3 times. Here it is, a little out pattern, the broken tackle, and then a little shifty move here going against the grain. Linebacker can't catch him. And the Mustangs do what they do best, and that's a pitch and catch and to the distance.
Split the crease for 64 yards. And a 17-point lead. I mentioned it at first, this team is scary. I mean, a short field for them is starting at their own 20.
They're scary offensively. I think the Cardinals have shown a little bit tonight that they have a chink in their armor, if you will, defensively for Pearce, that they can be scored upon. You can move the football on them, which in a way, if you're an offensive team that strikes so fast, that gives the opponents more and more opportunity to come right back as well.
So they punted it away, and they gave the Mustangs enough time. Short, this was angling over to the 33-yard line, caught, and trying to get to the 40, but is a little bit short. 6-yard kickoff return for Banner Nitzlis. That's where the Cardinals will have it. 2:06, one timeout left. It was 7-6 at the end of quarter number 1.
It's like we said, John, you just can't give them the football back with so much time on the clock.
22 points in the second quarter for the Mustangs. Sideline left, open field right for Casas Willis. And the play going the other way to the 45. Nice gain of 6 for Cordy Ray.
That puts Cordy over 100 yards just in the first half.
So he's over the century mark in the first 12 minutes.
But that's good. That's what the Cardinals need. They need a little ground control, a little clock eating. Not too much, but enough to try to score some points and not let Pearce get the ball back.
From the 44, toss, Ray is sideswiped and will lose yardage. Nice penetration. I believe that was Fossey, George Fossey, cornerback, number 16, first to get into the backfield.
Mustangs starting to read that a little bit.
What? More honorees down through the years for Irving MacArthur. We'll talk about some Hall of Fame members before this contest is over.
Only got a couple of weeks left of high school football. We've got next week on ICTN, the Cardinals and the Tigers. And then they'll finish off, MacArthur will finish off the season against Richardson.
Lake Highlands defeating Nimitz Thursday night, 28-7. All right, third down and about 8 from the 41. Casas Willis throws, caught, escapes. First down yardage, Banner Nitzlis to the 40. Somebody missed a tackle trying to tackle Nitzlis high, and that won't work. He's able to get an extra 8 yards.
Yeah, that's a good job by Banner taking that away from the DB who thought he had an interception.
Yeah. Inside of a minute, and you see the Uwanoma movement, number 18, started a little bit fast.
5-yard penalty.
Trying to get downfield, and it'll cost the Cardinals 5.
Here's that first down pass where he comes up and just pretty much takes it out of the hands of the cornerback, Luke Casagrande.
12 total possessions here in the first half.
This Mustang defense is unique in the fact they've got 3 down linemen. They play 4 linebackers, but some of those linebackers will come out and they'll cover you as a corner, and such was the case for Casagrande, number 20, who is a linebacker, but he was out there on a wide receiver on the edge. Kind of going back in that prevent a little bit, John, where they've got 3 rushers in the middle, and everyone else is pushed back with the safeties about 10 yards off the ball.
Ball is at the 45. It is 1st and 15. If everything stands following that penalty.
Please put the clock to 39 seconds and start the clock on my signal.
So some clock management. And we'll start on the referee's signal. So away we go here. 1st and 15 from the 45. Casas Willis looking, throws. It is up and intended for Uwanoma.
Pass intended for Femi Uwanoma.
People may wonder why the clock went from 49 seconds to 39 seconds. You'll have that 10-second runoff if it's late in the ball game against the team that committed the penalty, unless they want to call a time to save that 10-second runoff.
They've still got one timeout left. 2nd and 15 for the Cards. 2 receivers to the left. Ulanoma wide right. Now scoots in a couple of yards. Casas Willis. Ulanoma not there. Out of his reach, covered by number 16, George Fossey. So it'll be 3rd and 15 with 28 ticks of the clock remaining. As Rob said, the Cards will receive the second half kickoff. Nicholas to the short side, number 1. 3rd and long. Another pass. This one hijacked at the 42-yard line. Number 16, George Fossey, 20, 15, 10, and he will take it to the Casa. George Fossey on the interception return as the Cards try to go to the well one too many times.
That was a tough throw for Casas Willis when you have to throw that far to the sideline. That gave Fossey plenty of time to make a move on that and go the distance for the score. He gets the cowboy hat and the stick horse.
Got a thing going over there, both offensively and defensively. They roll the boats. Hey, we're at Minnesota. The Gophers roll the boat. Extra point driven through. It is 36-12, and that's a killer. Boy, the Cardinals had pretty decent field position. And
see how far to the near sideline he had to go. Tried to get Ulanoma, and he had a head of speed, and that's all you need is just that. He's so tall. He almost stepped out of bounds after that catch.
6'1".
The ref was right there on it. And there's a little celebration. Row, row, row your boat.
15 seconds, and just like a bat of an eye, more points for the Mustangs. Came in on the year averaging 47, in district averaging 56 a game.
You know, John, I don't think the score would surprise anybody, but how it has happened, I think, is somewhat surprising. You've got, a few turnovers, and so a lot of coaching at halftime to try to get these Cardinals back in it.
48 points here in the first half. 29 in this quarter for J.J. Pearce.
Fossey, one of the few not as a returning starter for these Cardinals. For these Mustangs that made that play.
45 or more points in 7 games this year. Handle at the 13-yard line, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Nice return, number 85, or number 86. That's Banton, Timothy Banton.
Right up the middle. Gets a little gap. And a nice open field tackle to boot by Brody Ross, number 44.
Haven't seen him this year, Timmy Banton. Junior.
Probably take a knee and call it a half if I were the Cardinals.
Both interceptions have resulted in points that MacArthur has given J.J. Pearce.
That's our third and
Last
final
one
timeout of the half.
good for 60 by Fossey. So the timeout taken with 8 seconds.
Trying to figure out who called that timeout.
If Mac did, they're out of timeouts.
Well,
I believe Pearce had 3. They only had 1 left, and that might have been it.
I have no idea why Pearce wanted to call a timeout unless he thought the Cardinals might try to pass it again and wanted to make sure the personnel knew how he wanted him to play in a prevent. But just by looking at how MacArthur lined up, they were going to take a knee anyway.
See how deep the DBs drop back for J.J. Well, everyone bunched within 8 yards of the ball. And Casas Willis will genuflect. He'll drop to an E. And that will end it here in half number 1. Big plays, couple of short touchdown runs, but it's been all J.J. Pearce. They take a 36-12 lead into the locker room. Stats, highlights, and homecoming activities to follow on our ICTN Game of the Week.
As the sun rises on a cool fall morning, crews pour concrete for Irving's next summer hotspot.
Yeah, the foundation for the next 70 years.
Construction on Lee Park Pool is well beyond the phase of just dipping your toes in. Consider this, diving into the deep end.
This is the big pour. This sets the foundation. A couple weeks after that, we'll pour the walls. But this is what we've been working up to. I mean, all of the pipes you see sticking out of the ground, that's been, 4 to 5 weeks in the making. And now it's got to be right, because once this starts, there's no turning back.
This is a huge milestone in a process that began back in early June. Here we are now in mid-October, well on our way to next May, when the new pool is scheduled to open here at Lee Park Rec Center.
We're doing great on our schedule and our timeline. Everybody's doing exactly what we set and planned for in the beginning, and everything, knock on wood, is going great right now.
To watch this thing take shape, going from a set of plans to actually being put into the ground, has just been amazing to watch.
A bird's eye view shows just how close this is to becoming an Irving destination during the dog days of summer.
We think that this is going to really fit the bill from the legacy of the old Lee pool to the new pool, and what it's going to mean for this community and this area of our city.
Once we put the walls in, it will be truly a pool just waiting for water.
The walls are scheduled to go in early November, followed by the pool features and deck area. And before long, this will look like this. Robert Sheik for City Source.
I ride by the stadium probably once a month. So I still have the memories of the stadium and the people that I met out there.
The stadium is long gone, but those memories live on. Kenny Gant, known as the Shark, has 2 Super Bowl championships with the Dallas Cowboys. But just before he played his first game, he got tragic news about his sister.
Shot 4 times in the back while she was hanging up clothes in front of my 5-year-old nephew.
That loss drove him to become an advocate for domestic violence awareness.
I'm here standing with you, and I hope you stand with me, because it doesn't get easy once you lose a loved one.
So I had just told her if I make the team, I would definitely buy her new furniture.
And I had to deal with going back home before I played my first game. I had to go home to bury her.
Gant is the keynote speaker at this year's Illuminate Irving, as the Irving Police Department's Family Advocacy Center marks Domestic Violence Awareness Month around Millennium Fountain.
That you can just personalize.
The event started in 2016 and continues to make an impact.
We've seen that people have disclosed for the first time that they're in an abusive relationship and are seeking supportive services, engaging with some of the agencies that are here and wanting to find out how they can help them in their situation.
Among the many resources represented here is the Family Place.
We offer a lot of services. One of the ones is shelters. We have 2 women's shelter and a men's shelter.
We don't want to forget about the men as well. I've talked to two men that's been through it.
Domestic violence does not discriminate. It happens to men, women, African American, Hispanic, white.
Another resource, Irving's own Family Advocacy Center.
The Family Advocacy Center does amazing work. They help victims with short-term needs, and they also get them back on track in life with long-term needs.
I don't know of any other city that has a facility that's designed exactly like our center is to provide support services to anyone who's been a victim of crime, and anyone who lives in the city can come in and get counseling services and support resources. Chief Miller and Kenny Gant will release the Texas Lantern.
The event comes to a climax with the emotional lantern ceremony.
This lantern is released to honor the 205 Texans who were killed by their intimate partner last year.
Then, attendees who decorated lanterns in memory of and in support of victims place those lanterns in the water.
But more than anything, I want people to find hope.
It's a message shared by a Super Bowl champ who is using his words and money raised through his charity to help local victims.
What do you hope people take from your story tonight?
I hope they take to see signs early and speak up. And don't be afraid to speak up.
Shining a light on domestic violence at Illuminate Irving.
We are all family standing together.
Thomas Gandy for City Source.
Hello everyone, I'm Susan Stevens. Be sure to watch Irving Spotlight as we see what's playing at this year's Music on Main series. And we taste the vibrant and flavorful Italian cuisine at Di Rossani's in a new Irving Eats. So tune in for the October 18th episode on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16, and Frontier Channel 30. And on YouTube at The City of Irving, as we spotlight the city's arts, culture, and entertainment.
Hi, I'm Thomas Gandy. On the next edition of City Source, see some of the improvements now complete on Irving Boulevard. We'll also have these stories.
People are coming together to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Mustangs of Las Colinas. Hear what guests are saying about the iconic sculpture's impact. Plus, marking Domestic Violence Awareness Month at Illuminate Irving. That's starting October 25th at 6 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16 and Frontier Channel 30, and at youtube.com/The City of Irving. For all of the important local stories and information we bring you on ICTN City Source.
The Royal Opera of Madrid and Fever Dallas are bringing authentic flamenco to Irving. Experience this passionate traditional dance production created and performed by award-winning dancer El Yillo. Don't miss this rare opportunity to witness this Spanish art form in Carpenter Hall, October 26th at 5:30 p.m. Erie Irving is back, featuring haunted scenes, carnival games, pumpkin photo ops, and delicious treats. Make sure to wear your best costume. This irresistible event happens here at Trinity View Park, October 26th at 6 p.m. Join other teens in celebrating Halloween with Let the Ghoul Times Roll. Fall crafts and snacks are provided and costumes are encouraged. Don't miss this terrorific time at the Valley Ranch Library, October 31st at 6 p.m.
It's going to be a great day here at Keys Elementary.
They are so cool. We have partnered up with Irving School Foundation and Truist Bank and Samaritan's Feet for a shoe donation.
Hey, how's it going? And getting some brand new shoes for these awesome kids.
Hey, would you like to try on some new shoes today?
It's a ton of fun to be able to get teammates out from behind their desks and into the community.
Okay, let's go ahead and try these on. I think these are going to look really nice on you.
I was just down there running shoes for one of the kids, and they were very excited, trying them on, and they were just thrilled to have those pairs of shoes.
Many of our kiddos in low to moderate income areas may not have had an opportunity to have new shoes. So giving them new shoes, providing a care package, providing a hygiene pack, just so kiddos can have these essential things.
Our school is 90% economically disadvantaged,
So this is huge for our students because unfortunately, as you may know, sometimes financial literacy may be something that's not discussed at home.
My name is Randall, but everyone calls me RJ.
May have never met a banker before in their life. I'll speak for myself. As a kiddo, I had never met a banker, doctor, or lawyer until I was probably in college. So it's a great opportunity for them to get exposure.
Red and black, good job. Can I get high five?
We're super thankful that we were a campus that was chosen for this opportunity.
Thank you, and I'm grateful for everything. Thank you really much.
You know, this is really great for them, so we're excited.
The Irving Black Arts Council presents the theatrical event, He Saw the Best in Me. It's a story of a young woman and her best friend as they navigate life and its hardships while looking for love in all the wrong places. See the show here at Carpenter Hall November 2nd with 2 performances starting at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. November is National Native American Heritage Month, celebrating the cultures, histories, and contributions of Native people. In 1843, General Sam Houston traveled Irving's Birds Ford Trail and negotiated a treaty with 10 Native American nations. Now, Birds Ford Trail Park features hiking trails, picnic areas, bird watching, and river views. Enjoy the outdoors in Irving and celebrate Native American Heritage Month this November. 'Tis the season of giving. Bring a canned food item and receive free admission to the movie feature Inside Out 2. This canned food drive takes place at Heritage Aquatic Center November 8th at 5 p.m.
More than 400 volunteers turned out for Keep Irving Beautiful's Trash Bash. The event is in its 33rd year, and the main goal of this project is to keep waste from getting into the Trinity River. Volunteers collected more than 2,500 pounds of trash and recyclables. A lot of groups come out as a fun team project.
I think it's very important for groups to get together. And there's a lot of companies here too. So you see them in a work situation, whereas you're out here, it's more relaxed. So it's an opportunity to bring them together and do something good and have fun at the same time.
I represent Verizon, and we always, I don't know, probably the last 5 years have had volunteers that come out for this. It's part of our green team. So we really engage all of our employees to come out and volunteer, which is fantastic partnership.
It just creates like a good feeling, knowing that you helped make a difference.
A big thank you to the volunteers. It's really the backbone. It really shows that Irving spirit.
This year's event also featured live music for the first time. Keep Irving Beautiful works with volunteers year-round. Learn more at cityofirving.org/KIB.
Homemade dough and fresh toppings are what make the pizza at Di Rossani's one of the community's favorites.
People are coming here on sometime Friday night. They just want to have pizza.
Di Rossani's has been serving authentic Italian cuisine in downtown Irving Heritage District since 2015.
Chicken parmigiana, eggplant parmigiana, fettuccine alfredo, meat lasagna, those are the classic, especially spaghetti with meatball. You have to have it.
Owner Hassan Bozizlan prepares the popular Supreme Pizza while also whipping up some of the restaurant's signature dishes, including the chicken sunrise.
Chicken and mushroom and sun-dried tomato, when you're seasoning them and cooking with the pink sauce and adding angel hair pasta side of it, oh my God, you must have it.
That sauce is to die for.
Especially that pink sauce, most of our customers, they just dip in with the bread, our homemade garlic roll.
Along with a variety of flavorful pasta dishes, Di Rossani serves a cannoli that tastes just as good as it looks.
Shell with the chocolate chip cream. Oh, don't use a fork or spoon. Just grab it and bite it. And you have to listen to that crunch when you bite it.
Hassan has a passion for making savory Italian food, but it means even more to him to be able to serve that food to a warm community.
Think this way, every single of your customer became one of your family after 8 years.
And just as you would for family, Di Rossani strives to cook delectable dishes with generous portions made with high-quality ingredients.
It's spooky spooky season at Irving Animal Services. We have the backdrop up, and we're going to talk about all of the activities in a moment. But first, Egan Dobson with Irving Animal Services is with us, and we want to meet Mallory.
Yeah, so this is Mallory. She's a 2-year-old pit bull mix. She originally came in as a stray, so we don't really know her background too much. But as of right now, what we can tell you is that she is so sweet, super cuddly, very easygoing girl. She's best friends with one of the dogs we did last week for Pet of the Week, Cheyenne, and she is available for adoption and is one of our extended stays at the moment.
And you also want to bring attention to this breed. Tell me about that.
So this month is Pit Bull Awareness Month. It's to bring awareness to the amazing breed that is a Pit Bull Terrier. And now most of the time we see Pit Bulls, they're mostly mixed breeds, but they're great. They're usually very resilient types of breeds of dogs. We see them all the time. My own personal dog's a Pit Bull mix, and it's a really great breed to have and own.
And Mallory is not going to be the only costumed canine around here. Tell me what's going to be going on Halloween.
Yeah, so Halloween day, staff and as well as some dogs and cats do have costumes ready for Halloween. And if somebody does show up in costume, we actually have candy to give out and treats for people as well as pets.
You see the buckets on some of the kennels outside, correct?
They're ready for the tricking and the treating. That is Halloween.
And tell me about the adoption special that continues for a few more days.
Yeah, so our adoption special is happening now until November 2nd. Anybody a year and older is $25 to adopt. Anybody under a year will stay the same price, so anywhere from $25 to $100.
Yeah, and the Animal Care Campus is decked out for Halloween. You can come get your picture in front of the backdrop and take home a new friend like Mallory. Thank you so much, Egan, for introducing us. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. You can check out the websites you see on the screen for the latest operating hours and to see more adoptable animals.
Halftime, the Pearce Mustangs on top of the MacArthur Cardinals 36-12 on this homecoming Friday here in Irving, Texas. The Cardettes are about to perform for the halftime crowd, and then after that we'll introduce you to this year's Hall of Fame nominees or recipients, by the way, named for the Irving ISD Athletic Hall of Fame. And then we'll take you down to the field to see who this year's homecoming queen and king will be named. But first, let's go down to the field and the Cardettes for your halftime enjoyment.
We'd like to dedicate tonight's traditional cane performance to all Cardettes who have come before them. Thank you for your legacy. Once a Cardette, always a Cardette. Step high, Cardettes! It's showtime! The captivating Cardettes are under the...
All right. Job well done by the Cardettes. Now, before we introduce you to the homecoming king and queen, let's introduce you to the ISD Athletic Hall of Fame. And we're going to start off with Steve Grumbine. He was a two-time All-District selection and All-Metroplex team his senior year. Graduated from MAC in '83, went to Baylor. Four-year letterman, two-time All-Southwest Conference selection. He was in three bowl games while in college. The Bears defeated LSU in the Liberty, Colorado in the Bluebonnet, and he was part of that Bears team that went back-to-back with 9 and 3 seasons, earning him first-team All-Conference honors. As a senior, he joined Jim Thorpe Award recipient Thomas Everett, who went on to play for the Cowboys, and All-American defensive back Ron Francis to make up one of the most feared defensive units ever to wear the green and gold. He's part of the Baylor Bears All-Decade team of the 1980s. And everyone has heard of this guy. Brian Bosworth pretty much made MacArthur on the map, at least when he played here. Believe it or not, his sophomore season he played defensive end, and he was sophomore of the year. Then his junior year, the coaches said, hey, let's make him a tight end. And so he was second-team tight end and all-district first-team defensive end. And then they moved him to middle linebacker, and that's where he made his name as a senior. And he went on to play for the Sooners of Oklahoma. Redshirt his freshman year, and then played linebacker for the Sooners for the next 3 years. They called him a great tackler. They won a national championship against Penn State in '85. Two-time unanimous first-team All-American, and the only two-time winner of the Dick Butkus Award for the nation's top linebacker. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2015 in college, the College Football Hall of Fame. And then in '87, drafted in the first round of the supplemental draft by the Seahawks. Only lasted a couple of years because of injuries, but he became known in making some movies, TV commentator, some commercials as well. Brian Bosworth. Now let's go down to the field and introduce you to the homecoming queen in her court for 2024 MacArthur High School.
Miguel is in Skills USA, the French horn section leader, a VP in band, and in Vex Robotics. He received a gold and silver medal for his skills in the district. Additionally, Miguel won gold as a solo ensemble in the past 4 years. He plans to attend Tulsa Welding School to get welding and HVAC license when he wants to work for IEC Electrical. David Artiega is escorted by parents Jose and Liliana Artiega. David is part of Fire Truck Crew, Student Council, DECA, Varsity Orchestra, NTHS, NHS. He was recognized for being an AP Scholar and voted class favorite sophomore and junior year. He volunteers at Academy 4 and helps out within his community by planning trash bashes. He plans to attend Texas A&M and major in forensic science and law. Caden Baker is escorted by parents Chris and Alicia Baker. Caden is captain on the varsity football team. He volunteers at Academy 4 and completed a church missionary group to Brazil to share his gospel at schools. He received Magna Cum Laude last year and plans to continue playing football in college with major in business. After college, he wants to become a firefighter. Carrington Beck is escorted by his dad, Cayman Beck. Carrington has played quarterback on the varsity football team and an NHS member. He wants to continue playing football in college and plans to major in sports medicine. Enzo Vasquez is escorted by brother Vicente and coach Mimboy. Enzo is on the varsity basketball team, captain of the Latin Boys dance group, in orchestra, and in real estate student. He has achieved perfect attendance the past 7 years and has been the AB Honor Roll the past 3 years. He volunteers at the rec center as kids basketball referee. He plans to attend UTA to major in marketing. Please help me in welcoming the Senior Queen finalist. Astrid Camacho Mendez is escorted by her sister, Eunice Camacho, and brother-in-law, Brandon Taylor. Astrid is involved in NHS, sports medicine. She received cum laude last year and plans to attend Texas State, or TWU, and major in nursing. Fernanda Herrera Cuevas is escorted by her mom, Erica Cuevas. Fernanda is the Cardet social president and has been Cardet for the past 3 years. She's also involved in student council, NHS, and is a student influencer this year. She has received summa cum laude and recognized in the National First Generation program. She has participated in events such as Go Irving, elementary school pep rallies, Irving parades, and plans to attend UT Austin, majoring in journalism. Zakiah James is escorted by her mom Denise and stepdad Bradley. She is involved in volleyball, track, and basketball, as well as being an NHS and Avid Club. She volunteered at Irving Oktoberfest Marathon and plans to attend HBCU, studying nursing and start her own business. Marcela Valencia Rosales is escorted by her parents, Hilda and Aldo Valencia. Marcela is the color guard senior captain in UIL literary criticism, involved in student council and NHS. She was recognized as AP Scholar with distinction and received summa cum laude. She plans to attend UT Austin and major in business. Natalia Varial is escorted by her friends, Hezeni Garado and Natalia Lucio. Natalia is an AP student and has been in vase competition the past 3 years and received All-State sophomore year. Additionally, she received awards for perfect attendance the past 10 years, Most Outstanding in Field and Track, and Principal's Award. She plans to be in medical field at UTA to become a registered nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, and the moment you have all been waiting for. This year's senior homecoming king is Carrington Beck. Congratulations, Carrington Beck, and to every finalist honored today. Ladies and gentlemen, and the moment you've all been waiting for, this year's senior homecoming queen is Marcela Valencia Rosales. Congratulations, Marcela Valencia Rosales, and to every finalist honored today. Can I please have one more round of applause for your king and queen, Mr. Carrington Beck and Marcela Rosales.
And congratulations to Marcela Valencia Rosales, this year's homecoming queen, and Carrington Beck, this year's homecoming king for the MacArthur Cardinals, the 2024 edition. We're at the half, and right now the Cardinals are trying to make some ground as they're down 36-12 after one half of football. Let's tell you how we got here. First of all, in the initial possession by Pearce, it was some nice defense, some hard hitting by the Cardinals, and Rolando King comes up with the fumble recovery right here, and that gives the Cardinals their first offensive possession of the ball game, and they take advantage of it as Banner Nicholas pounds in from a yard out. Extra point no-go, and it was 6-0. Casagrande scores 2 touchdowns before Cody Ray and the Redbirds regain the lead It's a 48-yard run. Look at him go. 14-12 after the missed two-point conversion. So they're still down by a couple. And then it's all Mustangs. First of all, the quarterback, Presley Harper. Everyone went to the left. He goes to the right. 65 yards later, it's 21-12 in favor of the Mustangs. They're not through yet, though, as well. Here's a little pass out to Jed Hamby. The senior takes it 64 yards in all, a couple of broken tackles, some great speed. They go for the two-point conversion and make it afterwards. That put them on top by a score of 29-12. And right before the half, Brock Casas-Willis throws an interception to Fossey. Fossey goes the distance for the interception, and that's where we stand right now, 36-12 at the break. Stats, as one might expect, a lot of stats offensively. MacArthur with 10 first downs, the Mustangs with 14, but you look at the total yards, 334 for J.J. Pearce, 202 total yards for the Cardinals. The Cardinals did turn it over a couple of times. Penalties, not too bad by either squad. So that is how things stack up. We're just moments away from the third quarter kickoff, so stay with us.
Hello everyone, I'm Susan Stevens. Be sure to watch Irving Spotlight as we see what's playing at this year's Music on Main series. And we taste the vibrant and flavorful Italian cuisine at Di Rossani's in a new Irving Eats. So tune in for the October 18th episode on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16, and Frontier Channel 30. And on YouTube at The City of Irving, as we spotlight the city's arts, culture, and entertainment.
All right, the Cardinals will play catch-up here to begin second half action. The J.J. Pearce Mustangs and Brody Ross set to get half number 2 underway. As Rob was showing you and giving you the stats at halftime, Pearce had they scored 3 touchdowns in 5.5 minutes. So that span produced 22 points. And that last interception return by Fossey, good for 60 yards. And what a cushion it gives J.J. Pearce right now, again, in district play at 3-1. David Petty, number 88. Tamoy Banton, number 86, back deep for the Cards. And the second half is underway. This finds a dead spot. Hits at the 22, scooped up at that point at the 20. This is Banton, and Banton trying to get close to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Cards set up shop to begin the second half.
I think the Mustangs realize that kicking it straight away is just not the right thing to do against the Cardinals.
They got speed, and Banton and Petty are good return men, no question. From the 28, that's where the Cardinals start their second half drive. 10 first downs, 72 yards of passing, 130 yards on the ground in the first half. Overall at 2-5 on the year. It's a running play and a handoff. The snap was a little high and the give was a little high as well to Cordy Ray. Nothing at all. And we got a player down, shaken up on the play is Casagrande, the outside linebacker, number 20. Luke Casagrande shaken up. As the training staff comes out, they'll attend to that senior.
So I noticed a trend. Hopefully he's okay, and I think maybe he just has the wind knocked out of him. If you count the name Lucas, there are 6 Lukes / Lucases on this J.J. Pearce team. 5 Lukes and 1 Lucas. A popular name for that time of the time of year that they were born, and their parents decided, we're going to call you Luke.
I saw Lucas McCain of the Riflemen today on TV. So there's number 7, Lucas,
hey.
another one.
Man, remember the one time we were going for 10 on the cramps, and we actually got more than 10?
12, I think, total.
Yeah, we're at 7 Lukes. I don't know how we can do any better, but maybe we can find 3 more somewhere.
Well, the junior will walk off unattended, so that's a good sign. Luke Casagrande, and Second and needing just over 10, a yard of about a half a yard loss on that first down play. Out on the left flat, caught, 35, crossing the 40, Banner Nicholas on the reception, scored the game's first touchdown tonight, a 1-yard run for the Cards.
They're giving Banner like a 10-yard cushion. I mean, they could do this play all night. The safety, Nate Kinder, 10 yards off the ball against Banner. Now that's, I think, basically respect, because the young man is just so quick, so fast.
Jonathan Houston, number 17, had to make up a lot of ground on the assisted tackle. Another throw, another catch for Nicholas as he crosses midfield.
See?
That gives him close to 100 yards.
You're either going to have to double him, or you're just going to have to play up a little more. Again, there's Kinder having to make the play.
So head-butted out of bounds at the Mustang 47, 1st and 10, Mac.
Now they do, John. They now have 2 guys on him at the top of your screen.
So they run up the middle, and Cordy Ray is pulled down after a 2-yard gain. Cards came in on the year averaging 14 points a game, allowing 29, trailing by 24.
If you're the Mustangs, you can play a little soft, I think, on the line. Play a little deeper in the secondary. Just let them take their time, I think, to move the football. You don't have to worry about it at this point.
2nd and 9. Cordy Ray breaks loose, still on his feet, and is tossed out of bounds. About a 4-yard pickup.
Little different going, I think, for Cordy here, at least in the early go of the third quarter. Can't bounce outside like he did in the first half. You knew that the Cardinals would face some sort of adjustment defensively by the Mustangs.
3rd and 6, just underway in the second half. District 7, 6A. Casas Willis rolls out, throws on the run, hooks up with Cordy Ray. And Ray out of bounds at the 37. That will be right at the line to gain for a first down.
His first catch of the night coming out of the backfield. Willis just with enough patience to give him the ball, and then Ray with just enough power to get the first down.
It is a first down taken out of bounds by number 16, George Fossey. So a fresh set of downs for the Redbirds at the 37. Here's the reverse and the give to Uonoma. Stood up to the 31-yard line. Gain of 6.
That's a good running option for the Cardinals. You usually see Nicholas in that type of role, but Femi Unama also can carry the mail and can carry 2 mouthpieces. Is that a fashion statement? You don't use it, you're just showing it. You got it.
Multicolored.
Yeah.
2nd and 4. Connor Martin comes to a stop, number 9. Here's the running play behind Martin. That's Wyatt Davis, and Davis is shoved back. Close to a first down.
That is his first rush of the night. Good for a first down. And you know, John, you talked about the fashion statement on the double mouthpiece.
I did, yeah.
Now you see the players, they stick the mouthpiece in their helmet, on top of their helmet. You'll see the part of the flap there sticking out of their headgear. Another fashion move.
A couple of colleges started that a couple of years ago. I believe Utah might have been one of them. Casas Willis throwing deep, has a man open, caught, touchdown. Banner Nicholas.
Nicely done by Banner. About a 27-yard touchdown.
So Brock Casas Willis with a 27-yard toss. And a player shaken up in the end zone for J.J. Pearce. That's Kinder.
That took a lot of time to develop, and that's what helped the Cardinals score. They sent 3 receivers across the middle. 2 went to the far sideline, and then Nicholas kind of came underneath that right toward the post pattern and used his height. You know, he's 6'1", and used that to his advantage for the touchdown and the catch, and the Cardinals would be forced to do a lot of 2-point conversions from here on out. But this is good. Good news for the Cardinals to take the opening kickoff and march down for a score.
Yeah, 72-yard drive. Just what the doctor ordered. Brings him a little closer. So Connor Martin, Aaron Sands, number 7, and Nicholas will go to the left side. That means it's Burnett in the backfield. Gabriel Burnett, the sophomore, in the backfield. 2-point conversion. Burnett, close, very close to the double stripe. And they are denied the 2-point conversion. So Burnett's got close, but it'll stay 36-18.
Let's see how this touchdown unfolds again. Starts with great protection, great protection. And going high and catching this ball at its peak was Nicholas, going up, holding on to the ball after getting hit, and giving the Cardinals another touchdown. So just a huge improvement, John, offensively than what we've seen out of these Cardinals of late. And a nice little dance move, Dancing with the Stars, hey?
Sophomore to junior, he has run for one. Now he has caught a touchdown pass, his 3rd touchdown catch in the last 3 weeks.
Now the big question is, what can these Cardinals do defensively to keep the Mustangs out of the end zone?
Yeah, gave up over 300 total yards in the first 24 minutes. Pearce with 14 first downs, close to 200 yards on the ground in that first half. And set to receive the kickoff from Brian Contreras.
Any funny business here, John? Squib kick, onside kick.
Well, let's see. The Mustangs have 6 within 12 yards of the ball. You see them bunched up there at the midfield stripe.
Cardinals used about 3 minutes in the first half. Drive that started on their own 28 to score. And now the Mustangs, they smell shenanigans.
Something's up. See if he hammers it deep. Contreras with a straight-on kick. It is short, onside kick. It only goes about 8 yards. So it didn't go 10, and covered up by number 11, Mark Cantrell. Cantrell, the senior, one of 32 for Coach Lambert this year.
Now you give Pearce a short field, John.
Mm-hmm.
The ball at the 47. The kicker from the get-go's like, I didn't hit it right.
You know, the Georgia Bulldogs tried that against UT last Saturday. Leading 17-0. They started the second half with an onside kick, and Texas recovered, but in this case, it's turned over to J.J. Pearce.
Yet Texas didn't recover from the deficit.
No, they didn't. Harper going deep on first down. Some contact at the 15, no flag. Blake Bates, the intended receiver.
Bates, the leading receiver for this team in the first half. 5 receptions for close to 50 yards, and the Mustangs are ready to snap the ball in a hurry, and the officials aren't ready at the other end.
Presley Harper, handoff, a little counter play to the 38, tossed out of bounds. Rogelio Martinez on the tackle of Andrew Casagrande.
John, did you notice that? The officials were not ready.
And Martinez just hit the deck like a deck of cards, just on a shaky table, just went down.
No pun intended, cards.
A look down and boom, he's down, and Pearce about ready to huddle up for that play.
You know, nowadays, anytime a team offensively is moving the ball really quick, you know, no huddle, fast-paced, you tell one of your defensive players to fall down. See, he's claiming leg cramp, and hey, he may have it.
But it's the other leg.
No, it's the other, yes. What are you talking about? Hey, John, we talked about the Hall of Famers, you know, at the half, and Brian Bosworth was one of those that we introduced you to. Colorful guy, colorful hair, you know, the mohawk, the different color hair. Really, you know, tried to make a name for himself after football, and didn't do too bad there for a while.
When I think of him now, he's the sheriff. He drives the Dr. Pepper hype train.
This is probably his most famous role, wouldn't you say?
The hype train.
Yeah.
Harper plunges over the right side, has 4 and a first down.
Yeah, I love that spot. Oh, he hurt himself. That's it. Hype's over.
Train was derailed. From the 34, that's where the Mustang scrimmage. Leading by 18. Man in motion is Hamby. And here's a handoff to Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds an opening. 15 to the 10. It'll be first and goal. Dustin Rodriguez on the handoff. And more yards rushing for J.J. Pearce. Puts him well over 200.
That is some of their bread and butter plays. They don't go to the tailback. They use the wing back, I call it. He comes around the opposite way and picks up 26 yards on the play.
First and goal, J.J. Pearce.
Just his 3rd carry of the year.
Inside toss, Casagrande, and he will score. Casagrande into the promised land. No flag, and the touchdown stands. It is now 42-18.
Was that touchdown number 3 for Andrew?
Scoring drive coming less than 2 minutes after Mac's touchdown. Brody Ross. And the PAT is perfect. And our new score with 7:53 to go in the 3rd. J.J. Pearce 43, Irving MacArthur 18.
Just watch it again. It's kind of a mixed direction. Lead out there, Aaron Martinez, the left tackle, number 50, leading the charge. You see him there in the middle of your screen. The pulling tackle in the center. Venturimier also leading the charge. And you touched about some of the point outputs of this Mustang squad, John. Started with almost 50 against Wiley. Came back with 42 against Plano West. Really the only time that they have been shut down this year is their loss to Flower Mound Marcus, 31-20. In that game, Casagrande still had 142 yards, but Presley Harper, for Harper, a down game, 21 out of 38, 38 attempts. He's only attempted like 14 tonight, 38 attempts for 234 yards and only 1 touchdown. He only threw for 1 touchdown. And Flower Mound did a number on this high-powered offense and kept him to 20 points.
A big part of the Pony Express tonight. Casagrande with 3 rushing touchdowns. J.J. Pearce, 7 games now with 40 or more points.
Well, they need 20 more, John, to get 3 games in a row of 60 points or more.
And this will come, who just got over the goal line. So we'll come out to the 25. And the second possession upcoming for the Cards.
We'll see them next week against Irving High School. What a fun game that was the last time on ICTN between Nimitz and Irving High.
It had a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Nimitz next week will be at J.J. Pearce.
Well, despite Pearce scoring so many points, I still think their defense is susceptible And that is what will keep them, I think, from going far in the playoffs.
We'll mark it here. That's what was said on October 25th. RW on the statement. No gain. Cordy Ray wrapped up like an airport sandwich. Bring up 2nd and 10.
How good is an airport sandwich?
Tuna's not bad.
Tuna's okay. You going to trust tuna from an airport?
It's wrapped up tight for about a week.
It's still fresh? I don't know.
2nd and 10 from the 25. Another running play. And gang tackled at about the 27, maybe the 28. A whole host of Mustangs out of the corral on that stop.
Pearce brings over a pretty good sized band.
Yeah, big numbers.
Big drill team.
Banner Nicholas wide left. 3rd and 7. Caught. First down, Nicholas and Banner. What about 8 more yards after the catch?
And another first down to boot.
Cards had 10 first downs in the first half.
About a 24-yard pickup.
Haven't seen much of Connor Martin tonight, Rob. The big tight end at 6'5" and 248. He's a good blocker.
Yeah, he's caught one pass, ran it a couple of times.
Lined up kind of a H-back here on 1st and 10 at midfield. Casas Willis will throw underneath. Caught. Nice gain. Another first down. Uwanoma on the reception. Lost his hat. And also a guy down that is slow to get up involved in that play is Cantrell.
Okay, or Jonathan Houston. I thought 17, but watch. They just being patient, waiting for the plays to develop. There is Houston with the tackle from behind.
Oh, you're right. It is the senior Jonathan Houston.
Kinder goes airborne over the top. All starts with the offensive linemen doing their job and giving Casas Willis time to throw the football, because those are the type of plays that they have to develop.
Houston is up. He's on the sidelines, hands on hip, number 17. 1st and 10, running play, and dragged down from behind is Wyatt Davis, number 15. Looked like Luke Stotts, defensive end on the tackle. Gain of a yard, there's number 9. Luke Stotts, senior at 5'11" and 210. At front three, the defensive alignment for J.J. Pearce, not really all that big, but they go so well from side to side. Diaz right in the middle, number 99 at 6'4" and 260. Clogs up the middle. 2nd and 9. Oh, dragged down and read very nicely by Luke Johnson, number 0. Able to twist free and make the tackle for J.J. Pearce.
We've seen Burnett a few times in the backfield for MacArthur. That time it didn't work. And sets up a 3rd down and what, about 10, 11 to go.
Got to send David Petty, number 88, wide left. Casas Willis picks it up, throws, short, caught, but no running room at all for Wyatt Davis. Defensive stand for Pearce here with just under 5 to go in quarter number 3.
Oh, they've got to go for it.
Yeah, 4th and 12, and
well, maybe not.
Contreras comes on, number 17, on 4th and a dozen. So the drive started from the 25. They go 47 yards on the drive, and
we're going to try a kick.
Yeah, this will be from 46. From 46 yards out, little angle to the left. Brian Contreras and jumping through.
Timeout.
That's their
Pearce.
first charge timeout of the half.
Shot the gap, but took the timeout first. Carried through the play, and see if Contreras will attempt it again from 46.
Got to be honest, I think that caught Pearce by surprise.
I do too. Yeah, they're
like
kind of looking over the sidelines. And, wow, what's this? 39-18 the count last year. Pearce winning, and as Rob said, that overtime game a couple of years ago, 55-49. We had an overtime last week plus some.
Overtimes can be fun.
Yeah. Last week was throw all the rules out. All right. From 47. Spotted. Up. And will crawl a little short. So the missed field goal turns it over. Second possession for Pearce. Just didn't have enough on it.
And we've seen this Pearce team before, John. We had them last year. Might have had them the year before that. And they're a team that will not take their foot off the accelerator. If they're up 43-18, they'll still throw some deep passes.
They're kind of like Southlake and Toledo. When they get a lead, they just pad it more.
Yeah.
So they set up at the 28. Second possession. Coaching staff looking on. Sideline view on the west side. Here at the stadium, Harper throws on first down. Caught on the run. That's Bates. Then Bates to the 33. We'll give him the 34. Gain of 6. 5 catches for 56 yards last week.
Before the overtime rules, teams would want to score as many as they can for tiebreakers.
Sure. Harper, pocket collapses, just arches one out, caught at the 40, first down, crossing midfield, number 88, Dustin Rodriguez. Set up that touchdown run by Casagrande earlier this quarter.
Almost caught in the backfield, and he almost thought about running it himself until he finds a receiver over there in the flats.
Just able to lob it out to Rodriguez, the junior. From the 48 of MacArthur. Harper wanting one deep down the rail, right side, and just away from Bates. Harper helped up. 28 touchdown passes this year and counting for number 7 of J.J. Pearce.
You would think he has thrown to a lot of receivers. There's a nice little hit toward the end of the play. Landon Hall, 16, a senior. And then the offensive lineman gets them thrown on top of your quarterback, just to rub salt in the wounds.
Hall really lowered the boom at 6'1 and 218. Second and 10, option toss to the near side. And there's number 15, first Wyatt Davis to make the tackle on Rodriguez.
Got 3 yards on it.
Davis slow to get up.
Didn't seem like he had that much. They love the misdirection. But hey, credit to Cardinals for staying at home and making a nice play.
Yeah, Davis and Hall, I believe that may be Hall. Yes, Landon Hall down. There's Davis. So Landon Hall is up. Ball at the 45.
Yeah, only 4 different players have touched the ball as far as receiving for Pearce. You wouldn't think so by the amount of points and big
7
plays.
or 8.
Casagrande has done a lot running the football tonight.
3 rushing touchdowns.
They spread the wealth.
3rd and 7 from the Cardinal 45. Harper, quarterback draw. Harper still has it. He'll throw. Number 15 on the receiving end, wide open, and then some. Griggs lost his footing. He wanted more. And Harper making the most of it.
Just
right
knew
now.
he was going to take off.
Yeah.
Tip of the hat to the offensive lineman for not going with him. They stood behind the line of scrimmage. That right guard, Hagan Anderson, very easily could have took off, and he stayed at home and kept a lineman downfield call.
Hard to miss Griggs, 6'3" and 190. 1st and 10 from the 19. Harper to the end zone. That's easy. A pitch and catch, and Blake Bates with another touchdown catch this year.
20-yarder. Harper to Bates made it easy.
Touchdown pass number 29 for Presley Harper.
It looked like the corner gave up on the play for a second, like he had deep help.
Extra point is booted through once again tonight from Brody Ross, the junior.
Okay, here, see, it looks like the cornerback bit on something. Presley with a nice toss right there on the numbers. And perhaps Rolando King thought he had deep help. I think he really did when he was looking back at the safety after the play, like, where were you? And knowing Pearce, they have a good chance of getting those 60 points still, John.
Well, they've hung a half 100 right now. 3:06 to go in the third, leading now by 32. Insurmountable lead at 50-18. Came in averaging 56 in district play. So that drive, good for 72 yards. Well, they've gone 70 yards 3 times, 72 on this drive.
Harper, 10 out of 16 for close to 200 yards passing.
They had 136 in the first half. Well, he's on target for a 3,000-yard season.
Easy.
Wow. One of the best in the district, one of the best, no question, in the area. Short kickoff caught at the 27. Banner Nitzlis goes this way, 40, 45. Nitzlis cuts it back and has 11 more yards. He needed help, or Pearce did, and Ross came over, the kicker, to help bring down Banner Nitzlis. Deep return.
We've got a penalty flag on the far sideline. I believe it's going to be against the Mustangs. The way they lined up, they pulled a little trickery there. The guy that usually does the kicking didn't do it. Someone else came across to do the kicking. I'm going to call this, I think, against Pearce, and Mack will keep the ball and move it down even closer to the goal line, I believe. Unless it's just one of those take it or leave it penalties.
I'm wondering if it's initially offsides on the kickoff.
Could be. Yeah, see, they moved it down to the 34.
We have an illegal kick formation by the kickoff team. 5 yards added to the end of the return.
So they added 5 more because of that. 5 times Coach Lambert and company have been penalized. Every time just 5 yards. See right there.
Yeah. From the 34, that's where the Cardinals have it. 1st and 10. In the middle, it's a wobble. Oh, look at that, a wounded duck. It was batted as soon as he let it fly. Casas Willis, and then waiting for it, Uonoma. Oh, it came down softly sideways. And it's 1st and goal.
Like a 32-yard gain.
That just slipped out of his hand. Wasn't batted down. It just kind of came down funny.
Oh, yeah. The DB, he tipped it, but not well enough.
Off the fingertips of Fossey. Unorthodox, but doesn't have to be pretty. Don't have to like the painting, just appreciate the strokes. 1st and goal, touchdown Mack. Number 15, Wyatt Davis barrels over. Second touchdown this quarter for the Cardinals. Homecoming, the fight song.
That's what I mean about this Mustang defense a little bit, John. I just feel like teams can score on them.
Give up 6 here, maybe 7. It'll be the conventional 1-point effort for Contreras. 4 touchdowns here combined. Extra point is good. So add 7 more for the Cards.
Just barrels through down the right side. One more time. End zone. Follows the blocks. Shoulder square. 50 to 25.
75 combined points tonight. Late manager Doug Rader of the Texas Rangers said it's winning ugly. Winning ugly. Doesn't matter how it's done. The end result is runs, in this case points for the Cardinals.
Just like Al Davis of the Raiders. Just win, baby. Just win.
Raiders about to get a new partner.
Mr. Brady?
A new ownership. Not that big of an ownership, like 40-50%, but he'll be one of the owners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
If you don't have the big piece of the pie, what's it to you?
Man,
right?
How involved can you be?
Yeah.
You know, we were talking Dallas Cowboys of the 80s, and, you know, Blake Bates, you know who we think of. Double B, Bill Bates, number 40.
Oh, Billy. The Tennessee kid. He was a gutsy player.
He was tough in the secondary. He left it all on the field. Contreras with a spinner. It is deep and caught at the 10, 20, 25. Close to the 30 on the return, Jeremiah Lyons. Lyons, number 21. And third possession for Pearce in the quarter. Started from the MAC 47, their own 28, now their own 29.
If you like defense, this is not a game for you.
I was always offensive minded. How about you?
Absolutely. Pardon to all those defensive players out there watching or listening.
Presley Harper from under center. Crisscross handoff. And nothing at all. No gain. Trying to make some of it is Brandon Perez, number 34. Perez, a senior at 5'9" and 190. Maybe a half a yard.
Do you think Pearce is going conservative on us?
Ground and pound.
Yeah.
Clock management.
Well, penalties galore. There's 3 on the ground.
May have been a center. Number 66 that moved.
Their 6th procedure penalty tonight.
And they're ready to go. As soon as it's placed down at the 25. Here's Harper. Rolls out. Throws on the run. Caught 40. Over midfield. Frank Johnson. Number 8, his first catch. Frank Johnson, a wide receiver. 6'1" and an even 200 pounds.
Getting him into the mix. They just thought you were going to watch him ground and pound.
I like to say that term.
Do you?
Yeah, in the repertoire. And Harper is walloped, really leveled as soon as he tried to get rid of it. And the Cards have recovered. Number 11 up with it, Jordan Seaworth.
Harper pleading his case with the official like it was a forward motion.
I don't think so. He was rocked pretty hard. And the Cards take over. See Harper really smashed. Yeah, he just got crunched. So the fourth possession here for the Cards in the third quarter.
From the weak side. Yeah, Marino just popped him good, didn't he?
Gave it his all. And turnover. Casas Willis comes out throwing. Caught. That's Banner Nichless. Cuts it back to the 40.
And let's regroup. Let's go back here behind the line of scrimmage where the quarterback was out. We saw some extracurricular after the play to Shilimbikilia, number 77, big 323 pounds of him. I think maybe he got tied up with one of the players of J.J. Pearce. We'll see how they call this one.
After the play, personal foul, hands to the face, 98 defense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
So that's why that the right guard came over to get the headgear fixed, because it was pushed off by one of the Mustangs, 15-yarder.
All the way down to the 25. So that's where the Cardinals will have it, under a minute to go here in the third. Trailing by a quarter. Into the grinder, and a gain of 5. It's number 30, Hector Perez Rubio. His second carry tonight.
Cardinals have been aggressive. They haven't stuck to one particular play, although I think they have really exploited using their wideout Banner Nicholus against this defense that has seemed to play back a little bit with Banner. Off the ball quite considerable, although now they're double teaming him.
10 seconds left here, 2nd and 5. Now 1st and 10, another gain. And another carry for Hector Perez Rubio. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. 2 seconds, and they start the clock, and that'll do it. 3 down, 1 to go. We head to the fourth. Pearce on top, 50-25. Glad you're with us at Joy and Ralph Ellis Stadium, week number 8, 1st and goal, Mac. It is a touchdown. Banner Nichless on the first play of the fourth quarter.
Casas Willis is 15 out of 20 tonight. Nicholus with the catch. Don't want to just go over it again and again and again, but you know, Banner has just been open tonight. They've just been giving him so much cushion on the edge.
Run for 1. He has caught 2 touchdown passes, 3 touchdowns tonight total. And they'll go for 2. Casas Willis and Perez Rubio in the backfield. 2-point conversion. Casas Willis throws, and they convert the 2-point.
Yes, sir.
Banner number 1. So give them 8. So they get 50-33.
Of course, the coach's son, Beck Nicholus, was telling me about Banner just a couple of years ago, what an athlete he was and how fast he was. First of all, the touchdown, right on the edge. Kinder can't come up in enough time to defend it. Look how much room he had for the touchdown. And then you see there just to the right of your screen, Nicholas started left, then moves all the way to his right. Hardest part from him was just making sure he kept his balance and made it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. You look up, John, 50-33, 83 total points.
17-point cushion for the Mustangs, trying to go to 4-1 in district play, 6-2 overall. 36-12, our count at halftime. Scoring aplenty tonight for both squads. As the Cards will kick off. Try to hold the Mustangs at bay here in this possession.
Look at the gap between the 35 and the 15. They bunch 9 players up between the 50 and 40, but there's a big gap.
20 yards.
Yeah, just to the left of the shot.
Yeah, it's a 20-yard open space.
And let's see if they try to put it there.
All right, Contreras with a head count. He's ready. And the Cardinal kickoff. It is high, waiting. It bounces off of the knee, scooped up quickly by Lyons. Crosses the 30. And taken down at the 34. James Pike among the Cardinals downfield.
Well, do the Vikings, do the Mustangs go back to their, like what they did last time, maybe run a couple of plays that are conservative where the clock rolls and then they pull out a big pass out of their bag of tricks?
A couple of first downs would go a long way. Harper, it's a running play on first down, and not much at all for Casagrande.
Up the middle, plugged up pretty good.
Archie Mitchell, or not Mitchell.
No 28 on my roster.
Second and long. Presley Harper scrambles, throws, caught underneath. Number 15 breaks a tackle. First down yardage for Austin Griggs. Griggs all the way down to the Cardinal 45. Comes up hobbling. Just a tad. May come out.
Pressure. 2 men in the area. It's a nice block by Bates.
From the 45. Here's a sweep to up the middle after the fake to Casagrande, and Harper rides it out and has a quick 9 yards. 18 of 26, 248 yards last week. How many completions tonight, Mr. Willman?
He has 17 completions.
35 completions his last 2 games.
Out of 18.
Second and a yard. He wants to throw. He will. And it is not there for Hamby. Delivered it a little short. Third and 9. Stops the clock with 10:18. Blake Bates. Tied to the right. Harper turns. Here's a handoff. Who else? Casagrande. Dances inside the 20, inside the 10. Casagrande. And Casagrande, no indication he's in. His 4th rushing touchdown.
31-yard touchdown run. Put it on the board, Mr. Casagrande.
4.
4 for 4?
A 4 touchdown rushing night for Andrew Casagrande.
It's 160 yards in all, Mr. Nelson.
Are they closing in on 500? The extra point is missed wide right.
I'll add that up, John, while you talk us through that touchdown.
31 yards over the right side, little shoulder fake, and able to get the extra step on number 8. And inside the pylon, 6 more. That's the defensive back's view, trying to bring down Casagrande. That's how you would look at him, and sails in for 6 more.
Deceptive speed. John, they need 40 more yards.
Wow, I knew it was getting close. Okay, so we have 89 points and counting.
89 points.
Okay, Pearce in the second half with 20. At 36 at the break. So they've got their average. That's what they average in district, 56 a contest.
Oh yeah, we were shooting for 60. Remember? They got plenty of time for 60.
Oh gosh, they get 4 in the blink of an eye. Then some.
I wonder. It's, that's what is 23 points down for Mac. So 3 touchdowns down, 10 minutes to go. I'm thinking maybe at the 5-minute mark.
Here they come.
Pearce may stay, conservative, and maybe even Mac at that point.
4 possessions for Pearce, 3 scores. 4 possessions for the Cardinals, 3 scores in the second half.
It's been the Matador defense.
Man, the Cape comes out. Caught at the 16. This is Petty. Spins, not Petty, this is a Banton. Spins away from 1 and draws a crowd at the 40. Does not want to go down. Number 86, Banton Jr.
Takes it to the right. You thought there for a second maybe he was going to hand off, that they had some kind of trick play up their sleeve. Tigers defense, they better study this one, because they may have their hands full next week on our ICTN game of the week against these Cardinals. They came to play tonight.
22 total possessions tonight combined. Running play and drag down after a gain of 4. That's Davis, 15. Bring up 2nd and 6. Touchdown pass, 2 receptions for Nitzlis this half. A Wyatt Davis short run and a missed field goal that's scoring for MacArthur. From the 44, Casas Willis throws, caught, and taken out of bounds, helmet-wise, Nitzlis. Tackle right on top of the helmet, goes out of bounds, but another reception for Nitzlis.
Good for a first down at midfield.
He's over 110 yards receiving tonight.
Well, that's 200-plus yards in receiving the last 2 weeks. Wyatt Davis on the ground. Davis close to the 40. Another helmet lost. Offensive guard will come out, and his replacement is Frank Sanchez.
This Cardinal team loaded with underclassmen. Have to replace a few of those big boys up front, but they've got just as many juniors waiting to take their place. Banner will be back next year. Brock will be back next year.
Should be a first down as forward progress. Wyatt Davis netted him inside the 40, moved the sticks. It is another Cardinal first down.
8 different Cardinals have rushed tonight.
That's the most this year. That's by far.
4 different players have touched the ball, but basically it's Nicholas and Uinoma are the top 2 receivers for the Cardinals.
From the Mustang 40, running play. That quickly covered up as Perez Rubio taken down just shy of the 35.
You got Casas Willis is a sophomore. Derek Washington's a sophomore. Wyatt Davis a sophomore. Omalade, we haven't seen him do a lot tonight, but he's coming back next year, the receiver.
Did you mention Derek Washington? He's a sophomore. Caught over the shoulder. Nicholas breaks a tackle, still on his feet, throwing down to 15. So another Casas Willis-Nicholas connection.
Just runs over the defender. Just keeps spinning. Gets about 20 yards out of that.
Jamison stayed with him and made the tackle. 56-33, closing in on the 7:20 mark. A scrimmage from the 16. Perez Rubio, the setback. Here's Casas Willis. Rolls out to the right, now to the left. Looks to the end zone, throws. It is caught, and another touchdown reception for number 1, the Banner Nicholas. Nicholas with his 3rd.
It's the Nicholas and Casagrande show.
Top billing here in the quarter.
15 yards out. He's been dancing a lot tonight. He's been putting on the dance moves.
Player down that was closest to Willis in the end zone.
As a quarterback, oftentimes you get used to a receiver, and that's the guy you look to first. That play had 2 open players. Besides Nicholas, Uinoma was also open, just in the opposite corner of the end zone. Casas Willis could have gone to either one.
Josh Devados shaken up. So now the lead at 56-39.
Another 2-point conversion. Are we going to try to make it 40? Make it a 16-point game. That's 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. Who would think you'd be saying that with 7:08 to go in the game?
They've added to the total. Contreras. The extra point is good. And why not? 3 touchdown catches, 1 rushing touchdown tonight for number 1.
There it is in the corner, and this Banner just goes high. He goes higher than the defender can. Uses that height to his advantage, and he was open. They were out of place a little bit. No one was really covering him blanket-wise per se. And so it's 2 scores for Mac with 7:08 to go in the game. 96 points combined.
2 years ago in overtime, it was 55-49. Pearce prevailing. 96 total points here with 7:08 to go.
That game where we talked about Glendon Willis throwing 6 touchdowns. Remember Jerbrandon Henderson, really quick guy for Mac. He had 5 catches for touchdowns in that game.
5?
5.
Well, we've got time. This list can get a couple more.
Yeah, why not?
Luke Casagrande, number 20, on the return team, setting up.
Yeah, really, both myself and Pearce
anticipating
an onside kick.
They've got 9 within 10 yards.
And they changed that rule where you could only have so many on each side of the football. And most of those are here on the near side of the field. He's got to get more into it this time.
So Contreras lined up, number 17. And here it comes. It definitely goes 10. Dropped! Ricocheted off the defender after it had gone 10 yards. Cardinals say they have it.
It's not going to help, though, because they're going to be penalized, John.
You see a flag?
Yeah,
Yep.
near side. I think someone went off sides, and it's going to come back. Just hold the phone. Line drive, kick.
Offsides on the kicking team.
Ty Mitchell, the referee, making the call, and the dejected Cardinals.
That is only the 4th penalty tonight for Mac. 30 yards. 4 penalties, 30 yards, but that 5-yarder, can't say for sure, but at this point in time, a really big one.
Costing the possession.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still dejected here, trying to sort it out.
So Contreras a lot better with that onside kick attempt. This time like a line drive to the defender.
Who had just reaction and unable to catch it as a pinball off of him.
The best kick is if you can hit the white ring, the top white ring around the football. And you get a good bounce out of it. You need that second bounce.
Here's the second attempt. There's a high hop.
He didn't get the second bounce.
Yep.
You got to get the second bounce. See, you're getting there, but didn't work that time.
Nate Kinder fielding the high hop. So leading by 16, Mustangs have it. Let's see, they spotted at the MAC 45. 5th possession for Pearce in this half. Strong side right, play action. Presley Harper rolls out, throws on the run, caught 10, 15, close to 20 yards. Easy catch for Frank Johnson.
He's had 2 catches for like 50 yards tonight. You can never trust Pearce when he goes like a man under. You just think it's going to be a handoff. Next thing you know, he fakes a handoff, he rolls out, and you look out, and there's like 4 or 5 Mustangs flooded in the secondary.
Everyone thinking for sure it was going to go to the right. They go to the opposite side. From the 27-yard line of MacArthur. Running play to the right, Casagrande.
Oh, what
10,
a move.
5. Casagrande with his 5th rushing touchdown.
What a move by Casagrande.
How much do they have left in the tank? Well, following the 31-yard run, adds more scoring punch for J.J. Pearce, now over 60 points.
Little swagger in his step, huh?
I've run out of room on the score sheet. Don't have enough time to put in the scoring.
And John, we said, hey, what happened to the 60 points? We forgot to say, there it is. Look at that move. Casagrande averaging 10 yards per touch into the end zone. Touchdown what? Number 4? Number 5?
Number 5. Yeah. Thought Derrick Henry was adding to his total in the pros the other night. And Casagrande, 5 rushing touchdowns, 63-40. The lead at 23. This is the most points ever for J.J. Pearce in their series with MacArthur. Boy, you hate to score 40 points and you're losing.
Yeah.
Usually that's a pretty good number for MacArthur this year offensively. Trent Hawley there, and the blue jeans next to Casa Grande. So another kickoff for Brody Ross. We're back here next week, our last game of the season. The Nimitz Vikings and the same MacArthur squad. Last Friday in October. I thought Halloween was next week, but we've had some frightening moves tonight. From the 30, this is Nitzlis. 35, breaks a tackle, 40. Out to the 45.
I don't understand why Pearce has to be so cutesy on their kickoffs when they're up like that. But boy, a banner night for Banner Nicholas. Threw one in there, goes up high for a second. 12 receptions in all. A little down and out for a score. He's been averaging 14 yards every time he catches the football. And going up high is the key. He can out-jump the defenders. Touchdowns galore. He gets 3 in the air, and he gets another rushing the football.
They take over at the 45. 5, 10, mark it off at
Fumble.
11. Ball is loose out of the hands of Davis and recovered by Pearce. Number 56 with a fumble recovery, Corbin Talbert. Talbert, a junior. Or is that, that's Umana. Not 56, 96. Kevin Umana.
Watch again, handoff. Goes left side. About 3 Mustangs hit him at once. Let's see if he was down, though.
That's pretty close.
Let's see. Oh, no, the ball from that angle looked like it already had come out.
And number 96 covers it up. Kevin Umana, the senior. Do we have close to 800 total yards? I bet we're closing in on 800. Running play. Gain of about 4.
What's your guess, John? How many yards total?
800.
Oh, please.
Marcus Bohr on the run.
Please, hold my unsweet tea.
920.
We're about 48 yards shy of 1,000 total yards.
From their own 47, crossing midfield, Marcus Bourne, a junior.
Don't they know that we're trying to get 1,000 total yards?
James Pike, slow to get up.
You know, I think they can do it if Pearce doesn't get a first down and they have to punt.
If they have to give it up?
Yeah, you know Mac will be trying to get some yardage out there, even though they're down by 23.
From midfield. New quarterback, number 10.
Roseberry.
Evan Roseberry, a junior. So he'll finish the game at quarterback.
Okay, Evan, you can get in there now.
Roseberry.
I think the game's safe.
Some second teamers now in the game. Cardinals with a player that was not able to get off the field in time.
It's like, wait a minute. Yep, 2 men on the field for MacArthur. A little personnel hiccup with under 5 minutes to go.
5-yard penalty.
27 points this second half on the board for J.J. Pearce.
First down 5.
MacArthur with 28.
I think, you know, those that cover high school football on a consistent basis would probably not be surprised at Pearce's 63 points, but I think they should give a tip of the hat to the Cardinals' 40.
They sure should. They jumped out to an early 6-0 lead. They didn't back off. A couple of turnovers hurt them. Roseberry trying to ride it out and is taken down hard by Seaworth, number 11.
Evan's going to go, gosh, Coach, I waited this long
and now
to get in, and now I'm just getting killed.
36-12, our score at halftime. Player down for MacArthur.
Now, we did a little highlight on Nicholas a little bit, but Andrew Casagrande, what a game for this young man. 5 touchdowns tonight, close to 200 yards rushing. Every time he touched the football, Mr. Nelson, he gained about 12 yards.
What a number, what an average.
On an average. And he has some good moves. He's got great speed, deceptive speed, I believe. And when he gets in the open field, he can make that move right there and make the defender look silly. And he's done it quite often tonight.
That's the last one from 31 yards out. One of 32 seniors.
And that's, that's the one thing I think that the Mustangs don't get a lot of credit for is their rushing ability.
Landon Hall, the player shaken up for MacArthur. He's got the horsepower tonight. I mean, Casagrande, 5 touchdowns and trying to keep Hall steady. Trainer out to secure the helmets.
Well, they're going to bring the cart, I believe, and tell the ambulance they're going to go ahead and take him in just to be safe. It appeared after it like he got twisted up. I just
couldn't tell if he hit his head hard down.
Yeah, going down or not, but yeah, they're going to bring the cart out and get him on the stretcher, and hopefully he'll be okay. They're kind of keeping his neck still. But, John, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll let the professionals take care of this, and we'll update you when we come back.
Hello everyone, I'm Susan Stevens. Be sure to watch Irving Spotlight as we see what's playing at this year's Music on Main series. And we taste the vibrant and flavorful Italian cuisine at Di Rossani's in a new Irving Eats. So tune in for the October 18th episode on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16, and Frontier Channel 30. And on YouTube at The City of Irving, as we spotlight the city's arts, culture, and entertainment.
Hi, I'm Thomas Gandy. On the next edition of City Source, see some of the improvements now complete on Irving Boulevard. We'll also have these stories. People are coming together to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Mustangs of Las Colinas. Hear what guests are saying about the iconic sculpture's impact. Plus, marking Domestic Violence Awareness Month at Illuminate Irving. That's starting October 25th at 6 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16 and Frontier Channel 30. And at youtube.com/The City of Irving for all of the important local stories and information we bring you on ICTN City Source.
The Royal Opera of Madrid and Fever Dallas are bringing authentic flamenco to Irving. Experience this passionate traditional dance production created and performed by award-winning dancer El Guillo. Don't miss this rare opportunity to witness this Spanish art form in Carpenter Hall, October 26th at 5:30 p.m. Erie Irving is back, featuring haunted scenes, carnival games, pumpkin photo ops, and delicious treats. Make sure to wear your best costume. This irresistible event happens here at Trinity View Park, October 26th at 6 p.m. Join other teens in celebrating Halloween with Let the Ghoul Times Roll. Fall crafts and snacks are provided and costumes are encouraged. Don't miss this terrorific time at the Valley Ranch Library, October 31st at 6 p.m.
It's going to be a great day here at Keys Elementary.
They are so cool. We have partnered up with Irving School Foundation and Truist Bank and Samaritan's Feet for a shoe donation.
Hey, how's it going?
And getting some brand new shoes for these awesome kids.
Hey, would you like to try on some new shoes today?
It's a ton of fun to be able to get teammates out from behind their desks and into the community.
Okay, let's go ahead and try these on.
I think these are gonna look really nice on you.
I was just down there running shoes for one of the kids, and they were very excited, trying them on, and they were just thrilled to have those pairs of shoes.
Many of our kiddos in low to moderate income areas may not have had an opportunity to have new shoes. So giving them new shoes, providing a care package, providing a hygiene pack, just so kiddos can have these essential things.
Our school is 90% economically disadvantaged, so this is huge for our students because unfortunately, as you may know, sometimes financial literacy may be something that's not discussed at home.
My name is Randall, but everyone calls me RJ.
May have never met a banker before in their life. I'll speak for myself. As a kiddo, I had never met a banker, doctor, or lawyer until I was probably in college. So it's a great opportunity for them to get exposure.
Red and black, good job. Can I get high five?
We're super thankful that we were a campus that was chosen for this opportunity.
Thank you, and I'm grateful for everything.
Thank you really much.
You know, this is really great for them, so we're excited.
The Irving Black Arts Council presents the theatrical event, He Saw the Best in Me. It's a story of a young woman and her best friend as they navigate life and its hardships while looking for love in all the wrong places. See the show here at Carpenter Hall, November 2nd, with 2 performances starting at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. November is National Native American Heritage Month, celebrating the cultures, histories, and contributions of Native people. In 1843, General Sam Houston traveled Irving's Birds Ford Trail and negotiated a treaty with 10 Native American nations. Now, Birds Ford Trail Park features hiking trails, picnic areas, bird watching, and river views. Enjoy the outdoors in Irving and celebrate Native American Heritage Month this November. 'Tis the season of giving. Bring a canned food item and receive free admission to the movie feature Inside Out 2. This canned food drive takes place at Heritage Aquatic Center November 8th at 5 p.m.
More than 400 volunteers turned out for Keep Irving Beautiful's Trash Bash. The event is in its 33rd year, and the main goal of this project is to keep waste from getting into the Trinity River. Volunteers collected more than 2,500 pounds of trash and recyclables. A lot of groups come out as a fun team project.
I think it's very important for groups to get together. And there's a lot of companies here too. So you see them in a work situation, whereas you're out here, it's more relaxed. So it's an opportunity to bring them together and do something good and have fun at the same time.
I represent Verizon, and we always, I don't know, probably the last 5 years have had volunteers that come out for this. It's part of our green team, so we really engage all of our employees to come out and volunteer, which is fantastic partnership.
It just creates like a good feeling, knowing that you help make a difference.
A big thank you to the volunteers. It's really that backbone. It really shows that Irving spirit.
This year's event also featured live music for the first time. Keep Irving Beautiful works with volunteers year-round. Learn more at cityofirving.org/KIB.
Homemade dough and fresh toppings are what make the pizza at Di Rossani's one of the community's favorites.
People are coming here on sometime Friday night. They just want to have pizza.
Di Rossani's has been serving authentic Italian cuisine in downtown Irving Heritage District since 2015.
Chicken parmigiana, eggplant parmigiana, fettuccine alfredo, meat lasagna, those are the classic, especially spaghetti with meatball. You have to have it.
Owner Hassan Bozeslan prepares the popular Supreme Pizza while also whipping up some of the restaurant's signature dishes, including the Chicken Sunrise.
Chicken and mushroom and sun-dried tomato, when you're seasoning them and cooking with the pink sauce and adding angel hair pasta side of it, oh my God, you must have it.
That sauce is to die for.
Especially that pink sauce, most of our customers, they just dip in with the bread, our homemade garlic roll.
Along with a variety of flavorful pasta dishes, Di Rossani serves a cannoli that tastes just as good as it looks.
Shell with the chocolate chip cream. Oh, don't use a fork or spoon. Just grab it and bite it. And you have to listen to that crunch when you bite it.
Hassan has a passion for making savory Italian food, but it means even more to him to be able to serve that food to a warm community.
Think this way, every single of your customer became one of your family after 8 years.
And just as you would for family, DeRosani strives to cook delectable dishes with generous portions made with high-quality ingredients.
It's spooky season at Irving Animal Services. We have the backdrop up, and we're going to talk about all of the activities in a moment. But first, Egan Dobson with Irving Animal Services is with us, and we want to meet Mallory.
Yeah, so this is Mallory. She's a 2-year-old pit bull mix. She originally came in as a stray, so we don't really know her background too much. But as of right now, what we can tell you is that she is so sweet, super cuddly, very easygoing girl. She's best friends with one of the dogs we did last week for Pet of the Week, Cheyenne, and she is available for adoption and is one of our extended stays at the moment.
And you also want to bring attention to this breed. Tell me about that.
So this month is Pit Bull Awareness Month. It's to bring awareness to the amazing breed that is a Pit Bull Terrier. And now, most of the time we see Pit Bulls are mostly mixed breeds, but they're great. They're usually very resilient types of breeds of dogs. We see them all the time. My own personal dog's a Pit Bull mix, and it's a really great breed to have and own.
And Mallory is not going to be the only costume canine around here. Tell me what's going to be going on Halloween.
Yeah, so Halloween Day, staff and as well as some dogs and cats do have costumes ready for Halloween. And if somebody does show up in costume, we actually have candy to give out and treats for people as well as pets.
You see the buckets on some of the kennels outside, correct?
They're ready for the tricking and the treating. That is Halloween.
And tell me about the adoption special that continues for a few more days.
Yeah, so our adoption special is happening now until November 2nd. Anybody a year and older is $25 to adopt. Anybody under a year will stay the same price, so anywhere from $25 to $100.
Yeah, and the Animal Care Campus is decked out for Halloween. You can come get your picture in front of the backdrop and take home a new friend like Mallory. Thank you so much, Egan, for introducing us. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. You can check out the websites you see on the screen for the latest operating hours and to see more adoptable animals.
As we pick up play, it is 2nd down and 9 for the J.J. Pearce Mustangs, and the running play over the left side collects a couple of yards.
Our hopes and prayers for a good recovery to Landon Hall, who was hurt at the end of a play. You saw this is tape just a few minutes earlier. Teammates coming to him and showing him support. Got the neck brace on, but he's now been transported to local hospital for further evaluation.
Training staff, Alyssa Williams and Jessica Gavin of MacArthur quickly out to attend the hall, and another running play, and moving inside of 3 minutes left to play. It is 4th down. J.J. Pearce will go to 4-1 and pick up their 6th win of the year. Stoppage of play here.
Yeah, Pearce, I think, was pretty much satisfied with just running just some plays to let the clock wind down, and MacArthur, they're not ready just yet to throw the flag. You look at the remaining schedule for the Pearce Mustangs. They have Nimitz and then one of their rivals, Bertner, to finish out the season. When the when the night started, it was Lake Highlands undefeated in district play at 5-0. Then you got the 3 Richardson schools, Richardson, Pearce, Bertner, and Jesuit, right there, all in contention. You see Lake Highlands and then Richardson and then Pearce both. You see Richardson and Pearce tied at 3-1, and then Bertner and Jesuit at 2-2.
Punt team out on 4th down.
And 2 weeks to go, John.
Yeah, then it's positioning yourself for the playoffs. Fumble, the punt return is fumbled. It was bobbled by Rolando King inside the 15, and the Pearce Mustangs on the fumble recovery. I don't think King ever got to it to begin with to make the secure catch.
Yeah, he was trying to make something happen. You know, he was trying to get a big return, get something to go his way.
But you know, Rob, once week number 5 is here, it's a sprint. I mean, before you know it, it's November. Playoffs around the corner. Some teams positioning themselves for next year.
Incredible how quick the season just goes, right?
It has, no question. Reverse to Dodgen. And Dodgen hit hard by King. Evan Rosenberry will stay in at quarterback. That gain, there's a late flag, maybe some extra jawing, maybe some.
On the carry, flag on the play.
Chatter, some chirping, and we'll see.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 45 of the defense. After this is the goal.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Cardinals. Half the distance. We're going to be in the 70s.
First and goal at the 4.
First and goal from inside the 5.
They're not going to score.
They're
going to take a knee.
Yep, we'll end at 63. That'll be the final tally. Cardinals now fall to 0-5 in district, 2-6 on the year. $13 points in the quarter for the Mustangs, 15 for MacArthur. It was 50-25 heading into this fourth quarter. And the clock can't end soon enough for MacArthur. They've lost one of their players. Casagrande just too much tonight. Well, one more snap and that'll do it. J.J. Pearce came in averaging 56, their highest offensive output of the year. No, check it, 64 last week. Yeah, what's a couple
a point
of
or
points
two
in the 60? So 3 consecutive weeks in the 60s. And that will do it as they line up and shake hands at midfield. We'll have a quick wrap-up as the J.J. Pearce Mustangs defeat the MacArthur Cardinals 63-56. 40. Back with our post game on our ICTN Game of the Week.
Hello everyone, I'm Susan Stevens. Be sure to watch Irving Spotlight as we see what's playing at this year's Music on Main series. And we taste the vibrant and flavorful Italian cuisine at Di Rossani's in a new Irving Eats. So tune in for the October 18th episode on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16, and Frontier Channel 30. And on YouTube at The City of Irving as we spotlight the city's arts, culture, and entertainment.
Hi, I'm Thomas Gandy. On the next edition of City Source, see some of the improvements now complete on Irving Boulevard. We'll also have these stories.
People are coming together to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Mustangs of Las Colinas. Hear what guests are saying about the iconic sculpture's impact. Plus, marking Domestic Violence Awareness Month at Illuminate Irving. That's starting October 25th at 6 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16 and Frontier Channel 30. And at youtube.com/The City of Irving for all of the important local stories and information we bring you on ICTN City Source.
The Royal Opera of Madrid and Fever Dallas are bringing authentic flamenco to Irving. Experience this passionate traditional dance production created and performed by award-winning dancer El Yillo. Don't miss this rare opportunity to witness this Spanish art form in Carpenter Hall, October 26th at 5:30 p.m. Erie Irving is back, featuring haunted scenes, carnival games, pumpkin photo ops, and delicious treats. Make sure to wear your best costume. This irresistible event happens here at Trinity View Park, October 26th at 6 p.m. Join other teens in celebrating Halloween with Let the Ghoul Times Roll. Fall crafts and snacks are provided and costumes are encouraged. Don't miss this terrorific time at the Valley Ranch Library, October 31st at 6 p.m.
Well, we had a good idea that Pearce was going to put a lot of points in the board, but a tip of the helmet to the MacArthur Cardinals with 40 of their own tonight. Well done offensively. My goodness, what a juggernaut of points and scores and big plays tonight. And a player per side really stood out per team that made things happen tonight. And we'll just show you those two individuals because those were the ones that really made things count. And first of all, it's Banner Nicholas. Banner had 3 touchdowns in the air, and he had 1 rushing. Had 169 overall. And then his counterpart was Andrew Casagrande, almost 200, 199, and 5 touchdowns for this guy. Almost 12 yards every time he touched the football. And as one might imagine, look at these stats. Ironically, each team with 24, but a combined total of 1,044 total yards offensively. So he got over 100 total points and over 1,000 total yards. We had some turnovers, 5 total, and you take a look at the penalties. So, John, we've seen a lot this year. We've seen some exciting games, some fun games. I know Coach Nicholas, who you see there, talking to his team after a disappointing loss to a playoff-bound probably team in Pearce. But an offensive explosion and a fun game to do.
You know, we talked about Banner Nicholas, his 3 touchdown catches, but what about Cordy Ray? I mean, his 48-yard run was one of the best of the night.
Yes, he had some explosiveness on the outside, and it was nice to see him get involved, too, in the offense.
Well, that'll do it as the J.J. Pearce Mustangs come in and hang 60-plus points as they knock off the MacArthur Cardinals. We're back here next week for the Nimitz-Irving Cross-City Showdown. For everyone who has been a part of this, once again, our final score, J.J. Pearce 63, Irving MacArthur 40. For our ICTN production crew, for Rob Willman, this is John Nelson saying good night from Irving, Texas.